Hello, everybody.
Now under
Hello.
protest,
For this.
Disney remakes.
Welcome to our tier maker stream of the live action Disney remakes. A couple of things before we just jump right into our wonderful rankings here. First, you will see that I have the bit like minimum set way higher than usual. Not way higher, but it's set at 100 just because I can almost guarantee you that we are not going to have a whole bunch of time to read all of your comments in between each of the movies. So I figured that if we set a little bit higher, maybe we'll just have less to read. I cannot guarantee that we're going to read every bit message today. I just can't guarantee that. I don't quite know how the flow of this time is going to work. So I just want to get that out of the way first and foremost. Speaking of bits, there is a bit goal going on over here for... Oh, Walter, you going to give a hype train? Walter's about to do a hype train. Chugga chugga. You will see there is a bit goal for 5,000 bits. It is vaguely called Chat Chooses, or Chat Choice, I think is what I went with. And that is just an option for, if we hit it, for you, chat, to mess with us. Essentially, if we hit the goal, then I'm going to put up a poll in chat, and you will get to choose one of the movies that you are going to then choose where it will go. And you can, if you think that maybe we misplaced it, you can move it to the correct place. Or if you just want to make us look like idiots and like put the Lion King in the S tier, you could do that too.
But I still stand by it. We have to stand by it from like to our dying day. Like if Lion King goes in S tier, we have to be like, no, it's really good, guys. Really good, like photorealistic, and that's all that counts. Like, that's all you need. Like we just, and anytime, like even just in conversation, even if like whatever, just our loved ones are around, they know it's a joke. We have to stay to it. Just no, it's really good. So
yeah,
I'm standing by that.
yeah. Great, I love that for you. Amazing. What was I saying? Oh, yes. When we first go through the list, I think we're just going to stick first with like the true remakes, reboots. And then if we have time, go back and do some of these, because I didn't make this. This was just one I found. If we have time, we can go back to some of the prequel, sequel kind of things like Cruella, Maleficent.
Spin-offs, yeah.
What?
Yeah, spin-offs and stuff like that.
Yeah, things like that. But we'll do the true like remakes, reboots first. Cool? Awesome? Fantastic. Flimsy Fantasies, thank you so much for that 26-month subscription. Welcome back. That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits with the Let's Get Down to Business to rank Disney live action remakes. I tried to make it work. Noff, thank you for the 100 bits. Ready to tear up some Disney live action remakes. Christoph, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm going to say what I said on YouTube. I give James Earl Jones a pass since he was almost 90, and it's not his fault they expected him to sound exactly the same for the remake. Lady Houndoom, thank you for the 400 bits. Appreciate that. Thanks for letting Trevor recommend his webtoon. I really needed something new to read. I didn't personally connect with the story of Nexus Point, but his other story, Repossessed, is so much fun. Roger,
yeah, he just started that one too. Yeah.
Amazing. Roger's Girl Rabbit, thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Matthew Paul, thank you for the 15-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate it. I'm going to D23 Expo this weekend, so it seems fitting to have Disney-related stream right now. Also, live-action Pinocchio comes out in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, we can't put that on there. But don't worry, you'll know our thoughts. My thoughts, at least.
Yes.
Coming up.
Awesome. All right, well, let's get started.
Business.
Yes. Amazing. So I think the 101 Dalmatian ones counts, right? That's a reboot. That's a remake.
Yeah, it's a remake. Yeah,
all right.
Arguably the first one. Yeah.
Where shall we put it? S, A,
all
B,
right,
C,
so
D, F.
We should make it clear we are grading these on a curve.
A bell
right?
curve, yes.
A bell curve.
Because everything can't
Curve,
be D's and F's.
I'd probably go B.
B?
I say B.
Maybe A.
Yeah.
It's on the cusp of A and B for me, but I also recognize that I have a lot of like nostalgia tied to this one because like this one came out at a good time for me and like I loved Glenn Close in that role.
I think
So many of these films are bad that I'm willing to give that one a break.
Okay.
Doesn't Hugh Laurie play Jasper?
Yeah, he does.
Dr. House, man. Come on. Yeah, I would give it a B. I would put it in the B.
Yeah, I put it in the B category.
All right, let's start at B for now, but
Oh, whoa, wait a second. Wasn't it the first to really start the remakes. Should we downgrade it for that?
No, absolutely not, Rob.
I want to be fair. I want to be fair for what it is. It didn't know when it was starting.
It had no idea. It had no idea. Do we do 102 Dalmatians or skip ahead to Aladdin?
I have
haven't
not
seen
seen
it,
102
so-
Dalmatians.
Am I the only one who's seen 102
I
Dalmatians?
think you are, yeah.
I've seen it,
Oh.
but it was years ago. I remember nothing about it.
I saw it when I was, like, when it first came out when I was little, and I remembered it not being very good. Like, even as a, like, middle school child being like, this sucks!
Well, okay.
So
well,
maybe
so with that
D?
said,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, we put our faith in Heather.
All right.
Oh, faith
Yeah,
in the
no,
queen.
I totally do. Especially, yeah, after having watched all those other Disney. I mean, so she hadn't seen a lot of these. Or
Oh,
not as many
I
as we
had
thought,
it.
so she had to, like, marathon them.
I really thought I had seen a whole bunch of these when I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, we could totally do that. And then I looked at this list and I was like, oh, I haven't seen Aladdin. I haven't seen Dumbo. I haven't seen Lady and the Tramp. I haven't seen Mulan. I haven't seen Pete's Dragon. I haven't seen Jungle Book. Oh, God, I haven't seen Lion King. Turns out I had
And you were
basically
so much
only
happier.
seen Cinderella.
And that's the one, like, Walter hasn't seen. He's seen all the other ones.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me get a couple of bit messages before we delve into Aladdin, because I'm wondering if we're going to have some debate on Aladdin.
Think we have some debate.
The one and only Phineas, thank you for the 100 bits. Hold on. Are you guys using Skype in 2022? I'm not disappointed. I'm just analyzing your character harder now. Listen, it's the devil,
we've just been
they
so
know.
used- Yeah, we've just been
Yeah,
so
it's
used
the
to
devil we
Skype. I've
know.
always used Skype. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Aladdin.
Oh man, that's tough.
Wants to
See?
go first.
What do
Do
you
you
think?
really-
I-
Dumb. Aladdin, dumb. It's dumb.
See, I'm with Walter. It's like A tier for me. I enjoyed the hell out of Aladdin.
no.
Not A
It's
What,
tier.
a giant
That's only
parrot
for psychos.
instead of a snake?
I would
There are
probably
things
go
wrong with it.
C.
There are definitely things wrong with it.
There
Absolutely.
are, but I enjoyed
But when
it.
it-
Was
but
so
when
much
it
fun.
hits-
Listen, I
It
enjoyed
does so well.
Jasmine's song where she, takes agency for herself, and then we find out it was all like just kind of a dream sequence, and she's still really
And
useless.
she was cool. That actress was great.
Yeah,
She
she was
one of the few
fantastic.
things that was really,
I,
really great.
I would give
in
it a
this.
C too, just because it was on a very dumb Duplo preschool level, bright and colorful, and I remember that versus some of these other ones which are drab and ugly.
There are things about it that are, I mean, like comparing it to Beauty and the Beast, which looks super cheap sometimes. At least it looks like they spent some money on at least the opening, which it was weird with the slow stuff. There's always like a catch to the good stuff in it. But when it's
mean,
doing well,
Will
I
Smith
think
was
it's
in
one
it,
of
and
the
he
better
didn't
Disney-
slap anybody.
I mean, okay, we got out of
Wow.
the way. I mean, we're just waiting for somebody to make the joke, so we got it. Well done.
We got it.
Now we can move on.
Well,
He slaps. Yeah.
I still say C. It's definitely not A tier. I mean,
Shame.
there's something.
Shit,
clearly
I'm gonna show you our
Put it
first
there.
viewing video again, where you were just screaming at the TV, saying "fuck you."
Yes, but
That's something.
Doug, that's an emotion. That's something some of the other films didn't even give me.
Oh no.
I still remember it more than I do half these other ones.
see?
If we're grading on
no,
the curve,
D.
like I said, the curve helps this because
It
it definitely
does.
wouldn't be an A if it was a regular.
Oh yeah,
review.
no. If this were not on a curve, it would be probably D or F for me.
All
But
right.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
still
at the
D
other
for
ones
me.
coming up, and I'm going like, I don't know if I can good conscience put it in D.
I
Right.
Oh, go ahead.
I still think it deserves at least a B. It was memorable. It took risks, added a new song that wasn't
Where?
bad. Like
Where did it take a risk?
it changed some of the story.
Yeah,
Yeah, it made the
Where?
Where?
The only story they changed
instead of
is
a
they're like,
giant
oh, we
fucking
can't-
snake.
Yeah, no, we changed the snake to a bird, and then they make like the focus of like Agrabah to this place we've never seen. Like, well, we have to invade this place you never see. Like, who gives a
No,
fuck?
the changes in the story were dumb. Jasmine was
like
actually
different stuff.
pretty fine in the original. That's what kind of blows.
Yeah,
my
no, yeah, no. and
She's
that's
not that
the one
bad.
thing is-
She wants out of the palace. She tries to escape. She only comes back so Aladdin doesn't get killed. Her whole thing is she wants to see the world, the universe. Like it's really she was an okay character to begin with.
but
Wasn't
that's one of the
Stockholm
things.
Syndrome City like Belle.
No, I'll give him that. I'll give him
We'll
that.
get to
That you know, she started off honestly from an okay place, and they made her even better. And I think a lot of it is the actress. I think she really sold it with the performance. And the other thing too, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm alone on this. I thought the guy, he could dance well. He looked the part and everything. But I just didn't think he was that great a singer, that great an actor. Like, I guess his voice kind of sounded right, but I don't know. It always kind of looked like, this is my first movie. Wow, okay, I'm acting, like that.
I thought he was so charming. He definitely had the smolder to the camera. When he didn't know what to do, he just had the smolder.
Yeah, he stood in front of the camera, okay.
Especially next to the actress playing Jasmine, where she was just knocking it out of the park.
Oh, she was knocking it out of the park. And then the movie kind of like near the end, like is like, now we're just gonna go back to the original story.
And then awkward Will Smith talking about jams and stuff. Even before the slap, he was awkward in this movie.
Kind of weird.
Why I can't give it a B is because it wants to kind of be a Bollywood musical, and really, to me, doesn't go full into it until the end credits. I'm like, well, where was this in the rest of the movie?
See, but
and Jafar, man, we haven't even talked about Jafar. What the hell is up with Jafar?
Jafar
What
sucks.
a downgrade!
There's one really good scene with Jafar, though.
You like Jafar?
No.
I thought I knew you people.
Oh, you're putting the words in my mouth. Let me get him out of there.
No, he's reacting to me. I did say I liked Jafar. I liked the actor who played Jafar. It was me. I said it.
You're the first.
I didn't like Jafar that much, but there's one good scene. There's one good scene
what's
when
the
he's
good
talking
scene?
to Aladdin and he relates to him about having like the same background. And there is
that was
some
okay.
semblance of something there. So yes,
that
for
was
the most
okay.
part, not a big fan, but that was a good scene.
That's so funny because even people that love this movie are like, yeah, but Jafar kind of sucks. You're like the first one. I gotta know, Heather, what'd you like about Jafar? The actor specifically.
I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I thought everyone kind of fit their role pretty well. And like I could see like his like evil intentions. Like he was trying too hard, but that also made it like better because Jafar would be a try hard.
See, that's so I thought the opposite. I thought he was too
I'm not
light.
tempted to put it in D after all.
Right. I felt like he needed to be bigger and everything, but he didn't like bring down the movie as much as I thought he would have. I just think the heights in this really stuck with me more than the things that I didn't like about it. And that's a lot more than most of these movies. That's why I'm ranking it A, bro.
That's why it's in the C category for me instead of D. I was like, I do remember more.
All right, so what letters are everybody get? Maybe we can, oh my God, we can get every letter in this the more I think about it. Okay, so what letters are we got? I'm going with D. Rob, what are you going
vote C.
with? Walter?
I'm A with Walter.
So I guess.
Okay, but two A's, a C, and a D. We've got to split it and put it at B then.
That's what I'm saying.
So.
I know.
Feel it, Doug. Feel
it. It hurts me too. I feel it. Deep inside my bones. Chill. I know.
A giant parrot. We're putting this with 101 Dalmatians. That is nonsense.
I know, a giant parrot. I know that. I know. It's okay, honey. It's okay.
We have the sequel to look forward to, right?
Yeah. That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Aladdin is A tier for me. It was a good time. Yes, they fucked up Jafar and Iago, but God, it was fun.
They fucked up two of the major characters, you know. 2 out of the 5 major characters.
Remember the curve.
Not a fan.
CM Sully.
Not a fan, no.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, have to ask, who created the Chaplin emote? Lucas, who also did most of the other emotes for this channel. Lucas, my husband. The Hour Man, thank you for the 100 bits. Compared to a lot of the others, the Aladdin remake at least somewhat tried. Exactly, we're on the bell curve. We're on the bell curve.
Okay, hold on though. If we're doing that, this just grosses me out. Can we put 101 Dalmatians one more up at least? Can we put it in A? I just can't have it.
Yeah, we can.
As Aladdin.
I agree.
Can we do that at least?
Let's bump that one up.
You know that doesn't feel right, having them in the same category.
Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. I actually like the Aladdin remake, but I will admit, Jafar sucked. All right, well, maybe I was just too taken by his charm. He was a very handsome man.
Okay, so that's the other thing. No, that's the other thing. Like, that's another thing I missed because, like, I think Tamara was saying that, Malcolm was saying, a lot of people were saying it's like, yeah, you know, he was just so cute. I was taken by how handsome. Well, I didn't see it. I didn't know like that was a handsome dude. Like, isn't he like kind of balding? I mean, not that bald can't be handsome.
Jafar ranks pretty low.
Especially, yeah, again with Aladdin and Jasmine in there, I'm like, really? The eyes were on Jafar? All right, shows what I know.
Chat right now. Heather's a sip confirmed. Keep it in your pants, Heather.
That eyeliner. I should have called him Captain Guyliner.
Oh, man. Oh, I know, Seedorf. Good-looking actors do not equal a good movie. I'm aware. That's Disney Nerd. Thank you for the 100 bits. It's time for Alice in Underland. Your Extra Joe, thank you for the 100 bits. As someone who's seen only one of these, Christopher Robin, none of these choices can hurt me. I can just enjoy sitting back and watching the sparks fly.
Oh, you'll hurt.
will.
That's what the Disney remakes do. They hurt you.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do Alice in Wonderland.
That's a D for me. I don't even.
That's
even
a
think.
solid D for me, or maybe F. I don't know. I did not love.
I could be convinced to put it in F.
See,
Like,
here's.
I really don't like that movie.
I guess I'm looking at it from again the idea of the bell curve, because Alice in Wonderland is bad and I didn't like it, but I disliked Through the Looking Glass even more.
Oh God, I
Oh,
actually
that's
thought Through the
funny.
Looking Glass was better.
We got through that a little better. Yeah, but not by much. Still bad.
Not a whole
we got
lot,
through it
but
a
that
little
one
bit.
might be a C for me.
On the curve, I'm C or D. I could go for a D, honestly.
I'll go D.
I mean, I'll say F, but everybody's saying D, so let's go D.
Okay.
I'm satisfied with a D.
You're satisfied with the D. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I have a
interesting
D
then.
satisfaction.
But it's Underland, by the way. I don't know why they keep saying the title wrong.
Returns to Underland. Yep.
So then, where do you guys want to put Through the Looking Glass?
I swear to God, I did not hate that film as much as I thought I would. It's a C for me.
It is really bad, but there's a couple things I remember from it. I
One,
like when
I honestly like Sacha Baron Cohen, and I feel he's being perfectly reasonable in that movie, and everybody's crapping on him like the other characters are.
it looked good. There's a few moments where it legit is Alice in Wonderland. I love it when she goes through the looking glass and she's interacting with the characters. I love the tea party scene with time. Like, that's good. You know, and that's just more than I can say for the
A
other one.
sick
Where I had,
part
like,
of me
no
kind
good
of enjoyed
scenes.
that Alice is a terrible person and helped create all this shit.
I think it's about the same quality-wise. I'm with a D on this.
No, I'm C.
don't-
It was also more bright and colorful than the Burton film.
Yeah, I mean, I hate giving it a C, but it's
On the bell curve, I go C.
on the bell curve, I would give it a C.
I would still do D. Sorry, Walter, go ahead.
I would say I was just asking what you thought.
Yeah, I would still go D.
You know
All
what?
right,
You fucking put Aladdin up there as a B. You give us this goddamn C.
101 Dalmatians to an A. We already conceded.
That's not a
That damn thing
conceit.
at a
It's
D.
still a travesty
Okay, I'm
that
sorry.
Aladdin
D
is so
plus.
high.
Okay, you know what? I'll break the tie because I love the book Alice in Wonderland so much that I'm like, yeah, the fact they try to do it again pisses me off. I'll say D as well.
Oh!
I'll put it in D.
There's worse than Through the Looking Glass.
There's worse, but it's like, again, as an adaptation, it's like, yeah, it's still pretty bad.
I register my protest.
Are we deciding on D then?
I think it's 3 Ds and a C, so I guess we'll go
Yep.
with
I
D.
guess so.
I'm outvoted.
All right, let me hit some more of these bit messages before we hit Beauty and the Beast. Roger's Girl Rabbit, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, have you thought about reviewing the original Aladdin soon, since you've been reviewing lots of Disney movies lately?
Maybe. You know, it's fine. I'm doing a hand-drawn Disney one right now. It's from one of the directors of Aladdin, so it's kind of close.
Ooh, kind of close. Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh God, Alice in Wonderland. I showed my class your NC review, and they thought your review was better than the movie.
Nice, I'll take that. Yeah, that movie was a hit when it came out. I remember every time I said it's not a good movie, everyone's like, what? Oh, come on, it was fun. I loved it. I'm like, what is happening here? And I feel like now people are coming around to it. But yeah, at the time, like, people looked at you like weird if you didn't like that movie. It was so strange.
Flimsy Fantasies, thank you for the 100 bits. So I gotta say, I always been an Alice fan, and Tim Burton screwed up too much to make it the opposite of the Lewis Carroll writing. It hurt me. But Looking Glass did bring time as a character from the book, which is one thing adaptations don't usually do. So my feelings are complicated.
So I said C.
Mine too. But
And
again,
he was the best
I feel
character in the movie.
I feel the hurt from the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland remake trio. So that's why I'm putting in D. But yeah, it's complicated for me.
Bowser Rules, thank you for gifting that sub to the Legend Killer. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. All right, we got Beauty and the Beast now.
F!
Yay. Well,
Oh, D.
I did not see this in theaters. If I could just say, this is 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, you know what?
And how long
F.
was the original? Yeah, and how long was the original? How much more emotion and charm and color
Yeah,
and
you know what? You're right. I'm going F.
out of it.
I say F.
Right.
I liked Kevin Kline's character. That was about it. F.
I mean,
I like his song. His song is good.
Yeah.
The singing and stuff. I mean, once it was pointed out to me about the auto tuning and stuff for Emma Watson, it was like, oh man,
It's insufferable.
She sounds like Tina from Bob's Burgers, doesn't she? Isn't this amazing?
Well, you've got somebody like Audra McDonald in the movie who can sing like nobody's business.
Okay.
It's just embarrassing.
Is there anything that we liked about Beauty and the Beast?
I said
I
Kevin
like Kevin Kline's song. Yeah, I think that's it. And I almost liked that there was an urgency that they were going to turn into real inanimate objects at the end. But then it just makes it make even less sense. Why are they like, hey, it's all fun. Why don't they just go to a deal? Dude, we're going to die if you don't fall in love with it. Can you just find something? Malcolm, how you doing?
Hey,
Welcome
I'm
to
good.
our
I'm
rant on
sorry.
Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. Yes, stop the count. Stop the count. Stop the count. What's going on?
Find me remakes. Find me remakes.
Yeah, I just had to let my allergy meds kick in because, man, this season's gonna be rough on my sinuses. I can tell.
That's like so we already got a couple shows here. We're on Beauty and the Beast. I think we've all said F. Right now we're just trying to find
Yes.
anything
Yeah.
that was good in it. I get Gaston was okay. The actor was okay.
Yeah.
And Josh,
Tony Bell's
Josh
father,
Gad,
F.
is that his name?
Josh
I like
Gad?
his-
Fine.
Yeah,
I
like he
find it
was
more easy.
okay.
It's
He
de-
was fine, and they can easily cut him out in the Chinese version, so it all worked out.
It's definitely an F for me. Beauty and the Beast the animated was like one of my favorite. Like Belle's still my favorite princess, and like
Right.
they
Yeah.
just destroyed this movie. And like even adding a couple of the good Broadway songs couldn't save it. Couldn't save it.
No.
The auto
I
tuning.
could go either
atrocious.
way, which means if you put it in F, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just made me think of the good stuff. Like you know, like,
Yeah, in the
it's done
original.
much better, just in animated form, especially with the dancing. Why was the ballroom so small? It was like this giant, massive room in the cartoon. The camera's going all over the place. And it's
Yeah.
just, like small room that.
I just love how they walk into a completely blank face. I mean, the original, like they're smiling at each other,
like it
the
was a
little
presentation.
dog barks. And they're like, oh, and then they go and have dinner, and then he's learning how to use the spoon, and then they walk in, they have a good time. They're just blank face, just we must go into the ballroom because it's what we're doing. It is like just so dead.
Yeah.
If
That
there's any
movie
other
was-
positive thing, I mean, Emma Watson's very pretty, so that's a positive thing. But
No,
That's
it's
still.
not enough. It's not
It's
enough.
not enough.
Even the charm of
No,
Emma
no, but
Watson didn't save that character, though.
Yeah.
Emma Watson doesn't even have any charm, and still.
You take that back, Rob.
Get
Uh-oh.
her. I didn't even like her in the Potter movies that much.
Overrated.
Overrated.
I'm ending the stream right now.
We went there.
Just
We went
kidding.
there.
Yeah,
Now
overrated.
she seems like a lovely human being.
Yeah.
But in terms of her acting, I always thought it was kind of like.
Culture.
I think just because people saw her as Hermione instantly
I'm
were
gonna say
just
that.
like,
I
"That's
don't even know
Hermione."
what she's like in real life, so I'm just gonna say she seems like a human being.
I
I don't know
agree
if
with
she's
you.
lovely or awful,
very
but
clever.
yeah, no, acting overrated.
Also, the Beast's look was terrible. I
Oh, the
hated how
CGI on the beast.
Oh, yeah.
hated how he.
Man.
And then, okay, that's another thing. Like, they're gonna all die, essentially, turn to objects, and he's like, he doesn't get the idea. What? Try to fall in love with her? Oh, that's stupid. It's like, you are all gonna die, you moron. Oh, God. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it just made me so angry again. Oh, my God. Yeah, just F it.
F it.
Yeah, F it.
F it, man. F it.
Sure,
F
we'll
it.
All right, let me get some more bit messages, and then we'll jump ahead to Cinderella, because we'll skip Christopher Robin and Cruella for now. We're just doing Malcolm right now. We're just hitting the true like remake reboots before we get into like the sequel, prequel, spin-off things.
Right.
Although I guess we did Through the Looking Glass, but that was related to Alice in Wonderland, so we'll let it pass.
Yeah, there's things in the Disney Alice in Wonderland that were into the Looking Glass.
What? Oh, you gave Aladdin a B, I see.
Yeah, Walter and I fought for an
that
A.
Was the whole fight? I would vote.
There was much.
I would give it an A.
Yes. Okay, well that doesn't count.
All right. Well, you can't retroactively vote. Get here on time.
You gotta move that to A.
I agree with Rob.
It stays where it is. It's a travesty. It's
good.
3
up
A's,
there
bro.
already.
3 A's.
We're not moving 101 Dalmatians up again.
Aladdin was entertaining. Like that was entertaining. Those dance bits, dude.
Now you know if you showed up in time, maybe you could make a difference, but you didn't, so it's staying there, staying at B.
I mean, I agree. I'm sorry. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I honestly like the production design in Beauty and the Beast. I felt the money they spent to make the movie. I didn't. Good for you that you felt
I
it.
thought it looked cheap,
Like
actually.
one of those like live NBC musicals.
Yes.
That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. They're walking around in like a terrible looking set, and it's just terrible. And I just didn't like it.
Weirdly claustrophobic and
And
cluttered.
if it's gonna be one of those NBC musicals, it needed Christopher Walken in it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I've
Playing
been
Captain
thinking.
Hook. He needed to play Captain Hook in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Captain Hook.
Well, you're so gorgeous. Rob,
In the lagoon.
Oh no, it could be a ghost.
Dante, thank you for the 100 bits. To be honest, I really think there should be a G tier for good grief.
Yeah.
F feels good though. Put something
F
in
feels
It felt good putting
It
Beauty and
does.
the Beast there.
The Hour Man, thank you for the 100 bits. Beauty and the Beast is a C for me. Why? Luke Evans. Also, Pete's Dragon remains supreme for me, but we're not there yet. Oh, we will get there because we
Not there
kind
yet.
of pre-talked about it a little bit. And we're like, wait, we gotta save this for the stream. But we'll get
The
there.
only Luke Evans performance I need is Downton Abbey. Thank you.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Malcolm. I just wanted to say that he repeats the word turtle over and over scene from the Master of Disguise review was hilarious. You really nailed it.
Over and over again.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Big Mac, thank you for the 100 bits. I love Harry Potter, but I'll admit, never hugely impressed by Emma Watson's acting. I love
She
Emma
acts with her
Watson.
eyebrows.
Yeah, oh yeah, did Cosmonaut. Right, yeah,
The Cosmonaut guy.
Amelia Clark does the same
Once
thing.
you see it, you can never unsee it. She
Clark
acts
has-
with her
yeah.
eyebrows.
Like I've seen her range though.
I love
haven't
this
seen a lot of
meme.
Emma Watson range.
I love this meme of Emma Watson, like very like child Emma Watson, and she's just like striking like this really sassy pose, and it says, "OMG, a hit tweet."
Yes, I like that one too.
That one so
I've
much.
seen that one,
I have it
okay.
saved. It's so good. You gotta see it.
All right, well, let's move on to Cinderella. Oh, and Malcolm, we're kind of doing this on a bell curve, like
Yes, definitely a
in
bell curve.
relation to others, because like they can't all be D's and F's. So Cinderella, in relation to the rest, for me, I think it's A or B. Cinderella's one of
Cinderella?
the better
I-
remakes.
yeah,
No, I go
I've
C.
seen parts of it. Yeah.
I'll say C. There's just one because
She has
when I
no
really
agency,
sit down,
which
think,
really bothers me.
yes, that is a big problem. And when she's in,
There's literally a line
You
where
know-
like, but she didn't know anybody was downstairs, so she danced and twirled around while the mice did the work, and I'm like,
yeah, well,
oh
the
my
mice
God.
saved the day. Yeah, no, that bothered me too. But I'm with you. There's enough in there. They give the prince some time. That's kind of nice.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
a Kenneth
very
Branagh
nice.
film. It's pretty looking. I definitely say a C.
Yeah, Helena
It's
Bonham
definitely not
Carter
a D or an
is.
F, but like
it is-
story-wise, there's a lot of weirdness going on.
Yeah, Helena Bonham Carter is kind of fun as the fairy godmother. I mean, a little different, so I'm down for that. And maybe that's it too. It's different enough. I'm like, okay, they switched it up a bit. And then what's the catchphrase they kept repeating over and over? Be brave, strong,
Be
and true. And they just
brave.
kept
Yeah,
repeating
it has
that
Haley
over.
Atwell in it. Waste her for all of 5 seconds.
Oh, that's her mom, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there's enough in it where I'm like, I'm with you. I would ride the C for Cinderella.
Walter.
Anyone else?
I would say F because it's not on Disney Plus and I haven't seen it.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
I will say this though. So my grandfather, who was like a very gruff Italian man, loved this Cinderella movie for some reason. So,
Oh.
if that means anything, moving on up to the east side.
You know, if we didn't have Ever After, maybe I'd rank it higher. But that movie back in like 1999 or whatever really showed us how to do it right. So.
Yeah, that one felt like it was just doing it because it's like, hey, let's have fun with it. Let's just
Houston
tell a
is
cool
like
story.
so
And you
great
can,
as the stepmother.
yeah. Though what was it? Kate Blanchett as the stepmother in this?
Yes.
She's pretty fun. She's pretty fun too.
She's all right.
So you guys want it
I-
in C?
I put it in C.
I really think it's A or B, but fine. I'm outvoted. We'll put it in
Hooray.
C.
Finally
C
get
needs a
one.
little love. Needs a little love. It's nothing
C
in
does
there,
need a
so-
little love, but I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
get to some other C's that are just kind of okay in a little bit.
Mm.
Once again, before we move on to the next one, which will be Dumbo, let's get to some of these bit messages before we move on to Dumbo. That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm gonna say it. Cinderella is S tier. Lily James is great as Cinderella. Production design is great. It certainly develops character a lot better than the original. Slander will not be tolerated.
I haven't seen
Wait,
it.
it's F. Wait, it said F, then
S,
they framed...
S, like
S.
Sam,
I
S.
Superior.
was really confused.
Superior.
I'm like,
Yeah, I
was
heard
like,
F2 and then
if
put
it
it
did
together
nothing but
after that
praise it.
S.
I'm like, wait.
S,
Okay, so that makes
like
sense.
Sam.
Gotcha.
Like a
Gotcha.
snake. LePew, thank you for the 100 bits. How you been, Ghost Rob?
Alive, ironically.
I'm sorry, I don't know why the word Dumbo is being flagged by the bot. Thank you, Wayflow. We appreciate you. Somebody, poor Wayflow is over here like allowing Dumbo. The bot is like, you
Weird.
can't call Doug Dumbo.
You can't call him that.
That's the worst thing I've ever been called. Dugbo.
All right. Anyway,
And
Dumbo.
Wait, you gotta introduce Dumbo like Michael Buffer does in the movie. You gotta do it.
You can do it, Walter. You do it. I want you to do it.
Yeah.
Let's get ready for Dumbo.
Is that
Oh, that's right.
that happened?
Oh yes, it does. It does.
I laughed so
Wait,
hard.
did that
it was
actually
awesome.
happen in the movie? I don't
Yes!
remember it happening in the... I thought
It happened
oh.
twice.
Well,
Twice
let's
in
get
the
ready
movie.
for Dumbo.
Twice?
Twice.
Oh, I must have repressed
He does
that.
it twice.
Twice.
Hashtag let's get ready
I
for
missed the
Dumbo.
mouse.
Admittedly, that has a ring to it.
It's just let's get ready to rumble, but it's Dumbo
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah. Oh, I
That's
forgot
kinda
about that.
brilliant.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm not gonna
Look at all
lie.
the advertising.
F.
Oh, that might
I
change my vote.
straight up
I don't know.
F. This
Wait,
movie
up
is
or down,
left for
Doug?
me.
I know, like most of this is gonna
down.
be negative.
Really?
Let me.
I hate this movie.
I'm gonna be the only positive one, so let me just get this out before you guys tear it down. So I just watched this for the first time ever this morning. I don't remember a ton about the original Dumbo. I remember liking it, but I was a kid when I last saw it. I know that this is nothing like the original film, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. I was really surprised. And on this bell curve, I would put it up to an A.
Whoa, that is
okay.
controversial for me.
I
Alright,
honestly
okay.
thought I knew you, man. I really
All
thought
right,
I did.
well, let me, because
Rob,
I'll
you've been
probably
working
be...
on a fake Tim Burton movie for the past like 3 months, and Michael Keaton and what's his name are in this.
Michael Keaton is even Michael Keaton I didn't love in this movie. I was just like, oh, he's
he's
all
in it,
right.
and it's Tim Burton and it's Danny Elfman. Like they're all in
Danny
it.
DeVito.
I didn't even think
Danny
I didn't even
DeVito.
think the Danny Elfman score was that great, really. Like
I need to
everything
see
about
this.
Dumbo was
Batman
just a
Returns
fail for
vibe.
me.
They had
Okay,
had
okay,
the
okay.
distorted violin a couple times, and I was like, "Ooh, Batman Returns."
Oh, okay, so I'll say this. I was going in really ready to hate this movie. I do not think it's a good movie, but it's one of the closer ones where I was kind of riding the cusp there a little bit because I really legitimately like there is a lot of visual storytelling. There's a lot of quiet moments. I feel like the background is telling a lot of the story, which Tim Burton's very good at. I feel like I could watch this movie on mute and really enjoy it. Now you could say that's an insult to the film. It kind of is, but it's also a compliment.
Oh.
Yeah, because that girl.
Because
was
I feel
terrible.
like it. Yeah, exactly. The wooden
The actress
acting
wasn't great.
from the
Yes.
girl. The story doesn't
Eva
make
Green,
a
though.
whole lot of sense. But I feel like just from a visual, and I agree with the music. I do think the music was I thought it was one of the nicer Elfman scores I've heard in a while. But with that
Fine,
said,
like
yeah, but with that said, yes, I like was it Colin Farrell? I like the way they reveal the arm is gone. I like that him and Dumbo are kind of the outcasts in that, and they kind of share that. They cast him as a clown too. I like the animals don't talk, so they have to sort of tie it in with the human characters. But yes, some of the human characters are more cartoony than the cartoon and more dead than the cartoons. Like I said, the girl just does
Interesting.
not emote. The boy doesn't emote that much either, and the story's pretty stupid. So I'm in the C tier myself. I'm like hovering there, but I was very close to liking it. Everyone else you can rip it
I'm
apart.
sorry, I have a soft spot for the original racist sidekicks and all that it may have, but
Wow.
it's.
Oh no.
Let's consider this.
I
though.
apologize for that, but the original, if you take out the problematic elements, is like I just have way more empathy for that version of Dumbo.
I'm not going to dispute that whatsoever. I will say this though. The
That Rob is a
Dreamland
racist, yes.
set-
No, that the sidekicks are
I'll
racist.
give you I guess I could.
No, the Dreamland set and the money that was spent, like it looks like a big set. Like they really spent the money, and I think that when we compare it to things like Beauty and the Beast and a couple other things,
It
on
did
this
look
list,
bigger.
it looks good. I think
Well,
the
and
set
it's
pieces really work in
beautiful.
there.
I mean, it's legitimate. You know, when you see a Burton film, you know you're gonna see something that's like weird and creepy and distorted, and that's part of the fun. But this was legitimately like a beautiful look. I'm thinking of like the sunsets and the sunrises and some of the nicer. But it has more the ghoulish stuff with like sort of the freak show alley and stuff like that. So yeah, even the weird pink elephants, which yes, it sucks they didn't do him getting drunk, I guess, though you can see why they didn't do that. Was still kind of fun to watch. It was kind of otherworldly and strange. So, yeah, like I said, I think there's a lot of things that stood out to me about it that made it easier to digest, but still, you're still eating something pretty bad.
It's like a PG version of Nightmare Alley. I mean, it just reminded me. Reminded me.
Why would I
Better
want a
film, but not in a
PG
bad way.
version of Nightmare Alley?
That's a good point.
I just can't believe that Doug and Rob, like you cannot tell me that Dumbo deserves to be in a better spot than Cinderella. You cannot be telling me that. Like
Wait,
maybe
did
the
not say
same.
that. I want Dumbo as an F.
Oh, you want it as an F, Rob?
Damn,
Yeah,
Rob is
F as
so
in
mad.
fail, not S.
Yeah, no,
F,
I said
fail.
C, the same category as Cinderella.
On the curve,
so,
man. A on the curve.
on the curve.
I can't believe you want it to be an A, Walter. It was like
I was going in expecting to be like fall asleep during this movie, and I was like very entertained. and
I
did.
almost did.
Oh.
I was way into it.
Like, I do agree that the Dreamland set was really cool. And like Doug is saying, maybe if you mute it, I could like have it on in the background and it would be like a cool little trip if I muted
And
it.
who
But
doesn't
like,
love some anti-Disney commentary in a Disney movie? Because yeah, we know they're gonna go real hardcore in their own studio production.
right. I just like, I cannot imagine putting this on the same tier as Cinderella because in my mind, Cinderella is just,
Well,
Okay,
better.
it makes you feel better.
Yeah, I do
It makes you
feel
feel better.
bad 'cause I'm at
No,
an A
I
and I'm
can't.
not
Oh,
moving,
I
so.
can't. See, I can't put in the same category as the Alice in Wonderland movie.
F, fail, F.
See, I can't quite do that. Like, C is a perfect middle. They all need to be bumped up one. No, then Aladdin would get bumped up. No, we can't do it. We can't do it.
so
It's
Cinderella the
undecipherable.
same as
I wanted to
Aladdin?
see this movie so I could settle
No,
the
no.
dispute.
Yeah, yeah. All right, welcome. What? Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
I wish I had seen this movie so I could, settle the dispute, but I have not seen Dumbo yet.
Well, from what you've heard, what do you think?
Oh, come on.
Who has the
The
better argument?
desperation.
It does sound entertaining, I'll say that.
I think Malcolm
Like
movie.
based on the way you all
Malcolm was-
described it.
I got a line to the future. This future Malcolm. Malcolm, you want to say something? I really
Cool.
like
Well, when
this
we do
movie.
this
Dumbo was
again,
an S
future
tier.
Malcolm can vote.
Oh,
S tier.
All
is
right.
this future?
Malcolm? Yes, an S tier. Wow.
I
Yeah, you sound just like me now. It's really
that's crazy.
I suppose that the middle ground then is to just put it in C.
Yeah, the average.
I like you were hovering over F like, oh, it's right there.
Ovation from Walter.
I guess that's the middle
Oh, God,
ground.
that hurts.
I'll get
That's
to
so
change the
bad.
camera there too.
I don't
There's
love
something
it.
in between a C and D. I put it there.
Right?
You maniacs.
I would put Cinderella a little higher, but again, Aladdin's up there, and I'm like, oh no, I can't.
Oh.
Oh, Favreau Films, thank you for the 100 bits. Dumbo is an F. Alan Archin said it best. Wow, what a disaster.
Yeah.
I forgot he was even in the movie.
Alan Arkin.
Wait, Tim
Arkin,
Burton
sorry.
directed Dumbo?
He was
Was
a
that-
producer, wasn't he? He wasn't the
Oh,
director.
No, he directed it.
He
No,
did?
directed it.
Tim Burton
Oh.
directed
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I gotta see
Really?
this.
Couldn't tell.
I mean, yeah, but for some
I'm
reason,
asking because I haven't seen it yet.
I thought he was just a producer. But I believe you, Doug, because you know much more about movies than I do.
Yeah. No, well, I'm the Burtonaholic too. Yeah, no, I definitely know he directed it.
Noff, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm calling it. The reason Dumbo was able to fly wasn't a feather. It was looking drunk at a bunch of pink elephants. That's my takeaway. Why it outranks the live-action flop.
I mean, it does suck not having the the literal pink elephants happening for the reasons you see pink elephants.
One of many reasons it sucks.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. I thought the Dumbo remake was okay. I really liked Danny DeVito's performance, and it was neat to see him, Keaton, and Burton reunite for the first time since Batman Returns.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, actually, and that's the thing too.
Okay,
I like
those three, but that does not.
No,
a
no,
good
no,
movie
no.
make.
No, I say the circus characters in general. I felt the camaraderie with them too.
Yes.
Like they're all little things. I can't say it saved it, but it's like those little things do add up for me.
Agent of Entertainment, thank you for the 100 bits. Not gonna lie, I recently watched Lady and the Tramp remake and then watched the OG, and I actually like the remake more. Well, we're getting to that one
Really?
soon. I felt there was more personally to some of the characters, and I felt the reason Lady dumped Tramp because he abandoned her was more acceptable than the fact Tramp got around.
I mean, it's literally in his name.
That's true.
Yeah.
Shelbs, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome,
you.
appreciate it. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Time to talk about the remake nobody remembers was remade,
Oh,
I
Lady
should
and
say.
the Champ. Yeah.
Lepew-
Yeah, a lot of people do forget this one.
Yeah, I didn't realize it exists.
It's a Disney Plus exclusive. That's how much faith they had in
Ah,
it.
that's why I didn't see it.
Yep.
Just like Pinocchio coming this week. So
Oh,
excited.
boy.
Oh man.
No, I can't vote on this. I didn't see it, so.
Yeah, me neither.
Lepew, thank you for the 100 bits. Why are so many spirits willing to place innocent lives in danger, like in Captain Planet?
Guy is a bitch. Mother Nature's a bitch.
You don't fuck with Mother Nature.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we are on to Lady and the Tramp then. So did anyone else see it besides me and Doug?
Yeah. Well.
I tried this morning. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, but that's so. I
Is
mean,
it unbearable?
I think that counts. F tier then for you, Walter.
No, I mean, I got as far as the Disney Plus logo, and then I had to stop. So,
Oh, just like
Boy, that's really F tier.
I'm sorry. I did want to watch it because I wanted to weigh in on this one, but I couldn't.
I mean, it was definitely more boring than like Dumbo and Cinderella. So like if I had to
Yeah.
put, based on this list, if I had to put it somewhere, it'd be D because it's not quite as bad as Beauty and the Beast, but it's not quite as like entertaining as Dumbo or Cinderella.
Yeah, no, that's where I put it. It's not. It's kind of so dull. It's not even entertaining enough to be the worst. It's not even like good enough to be F. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like D sounds right. It's soulless and lifeless. And yeah, I don't know. The dogs never look like they're really. I don't know. I always compare it to Babe Pig in the City, or even Babe, where the animals really look like they're talking to each other. Even though there's these fake CG mouths going, it's like it really looks like they're looking at each other and getting emotions across. Versus they're just holding up a treat and they're looking like this and they just move the mouths like that, and that's what it looked like to me. So like they couldn't even get that part right. But it is a Disney Plus movie, so it's like, what am I expecting? So yeah, it didn't do anything for me. I'd say D.
Yeah, I agree. D. It was just kind of boring. It was just kind of boring and there. And like, I started noticing, because again, I watched a lot of these this weekend. I started noticing in like Lady and the Tramp and Dumbo and Mulan, but we'll get to Mulan too. They do this weird thing where every now and then they like allude to a song and say lyrics of the song to be like, we said the thing, but we're not gonna sing it. And it's so annoying.
It reminds me of the original. Yeah, it was really weird when they suddenly said, we are Siamese.
Oh.
No, they don't do that.
They don't.
Oh, okay.
But they replace it with an entirely forgettable song.
Right.
As much as you look at the original and go, oh, like that, you're at least humming that song.
Right.
True.
Right. Right. So, yeah, that one was...
If you're racist like Doug.
Yeah.
Lots of accusations going around today.
Yeah.
Fists are flying.
Would not recommend Lady and the Tramp. It was just kind of boring. That was another one. I had this experience with Dumbo too. There were 3 times this weekend when I paused movies to go to the bathroom and went, Jesus Christ, there's still an hour of this movie left? How? And that was Dumbo, Lady and the Tramp, and Mulan. I paused both of them to go to the bathroom, and I was like, how is there still 45 minutes of this movie left?
I said the same thing with Beauty and the Beast. I was like, how? How is there this much?
Yeah, it's so much.
With the original,
bad.
Yeah, with the original being so short, but getting across them. I'm sorry, we decided Beauty and the Beast. F is dead, buried. I'm sorry. I get angry.
Yeah, same.
We love it. We love the salt. We love the salt. All right. And there was actually no bit messages with that one, so that's cool.
Right.
That brings us to Mulan, everyone.
All right.
Another one that I have not seen.
C or D? I don't know.
Yeah.
For Mulan, man, I was like really looking forward to it.
Me too. Yeah.
Down a lot.
I give it a D because Jet Li is in it.
But you haven't seen it, right?
I'm fine with it.
I'd say D. I can't go F. There's a couple things in it that, and I remember watching it thinking, okay, compared to, like, it's not hurting me. It's so bad, but at the same time, I'm like you said, like, it was right there. It was like right there on a silver platter. You could have had an S tier movie, and it's like, and it just fell to the same bullshit. That's what hurt. That's the one thing that hurt, is that it could have been like, Disney remake. Like, this really could have been like a game changer, and instead just does the same bullshit. It's even a PG-13, right? They're like, yeah, we're gonna grow this up. We're gonna grow Disney up, and it's like they just did the same childish bullshit, So, so that was disappointing. But watching it, maybe because I didn't grow up with the original Mulan, it didn't like hurt my heart or anything like that. But but it was still it was disappointing. I wasn't angry. I was just disappointed.
I'm right there with you on that, Doug, for sure. Because I mean, I was really looking forward to it. Seeing it, there's nothing in the movie specifically that really like pissed me off or anything. It's just the missed opportunity. So
no music. No music.
I didn't hate it quite as much,
didn't
but I think it's because everybody had already gotten through telling me how god awful it was. So,
I mean, I could go for a C, but it'd be like a C minus minus.
But I'm admitting that that's kind of because like my expectations were so low, because I saw it last, I think, amongst all of us. So,
I mean, I just saw it on Saturday, so.
Well, maybe Heather saw it, but
yeah. Well, what are your thoughts, Heather?
It was. I'm also on that C-D cusp. I only migrate to putting it into D because it was actively frustrating. Because the first 15 minutes set this like awesome tone of like this Chinese action film, even with the way they like cut in the fighting scenes, and I'm like, oh, this could be so cool. Like, we're just gonna jump right into this really cool like Chinese wire action film. Like, cool. Stylistically, we're just leaning into it. Yes, I don't understand why people hate this. And then after the first 15 minutes, there is a slog of an hour before anything interesting happens, and I was so mad about it. I'm also could not get over that The Witch and Mulan never actually had a proper fight. Like, you have
True.
you
Yeah,
have
throws
the
like a star, right?
potential
That's it.
of an awesome fight right there. Like if you're gonna establish Mulan from the get-go as like basically just being one with the Force, you know, she just was super powerful in the Chi. Like if you're just gonna establish Mulan as being super awesome with the Chi to begin with, then lean into it and let her do awesome shit. And instead she did the most boring shit she possibly could with her Chi. It was so annoying.
Yeah, you know, and that's a good point because you're right. She had the cool thing where like she could like possess people. She like threw like this shawl or something around people and like threw them to the ground and could fly around and stuff. It's like, yeah, what? How cool would that have been if the two of them fought? You're right. She just like throws like a little star or something, and that's
Yes, and then they like cry on a mountaintop together, and then she like the witch decides that like Mulan is right and like just leads her to the Emperor, and then just automatically dies to
What?
what's his face?
it. Yeah. Oh, it's so bad, Malcolm.
the main
Yeah,
bad
and then
guy.
Yeah, and then Jet Li's weird dubbed voice. That was so bizarre.
Oh, they dubbed him?
Yeah, it's weird. Like immediately you're like, that's not Jet Li. And they didn't even get someone that like sounds like, it's like, he talks like this all the time. And it's like, what
Just
are
gruff.
you doing?
Just
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
gross.
but like even when he's like smart, because Jet Li has this really nice. I think Jet Li's actually a decent actor, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially recently, he's been good. So you see him like giving this nice smile. He's like, "What's his own name?"
Whoa. They,
So weird.
It just
that's
and it
what
was
a contrast.
even weirder because
Yeah.
the first 15 minutes leaned so hard into that style. And I was like, I'm
Yeah, I thought it was
totally
gonna be
cool
pretty
with these
cool.
changes if it is just going to be like Chinese mythology with like the
Yeah.
phoenix and the witches. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's just totally lean into that. And then they
Yeah.
like, after the first 15 minutes, they were like, but also, what if we just saw Mulan doing some inward thinking now, but not singing the song Reflection, but maybe alluding to some of the lyrics every now and then.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Those the songs here and there.
And then did you
song
get the
is
same
so
reaction?
beautiful.
Did you get the same reaction too? That just her acting, and I get being stoic, but it was so stilted.
Yeah.
Like it just looked like when she says, it's like, we're casting you out of the army. She says, I would rather die. It's like, is she serious or not? Is she legitimately like, no, kill me. It's a dishonor. She's like, I just don't like that. I'd rather die. Like, I can't tell. Like, it's just so stilted.
Yeah.
I think that's the direction more than her acting. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But that director, she did well, writer, and that is an emotional powerhouse.
Yeah.
Like she got
That's
good
what I found
performances
surprising.
out of that. So I don't know. I don't know if it's an acting thing, directing thing, or again a Disney thing. I think more Disney because I feel like it's got the little thumbprints all over
Oh,
it.
you
but,
know, the mouse's hand was all over it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
You work for me now.
The mouse's glove.
So then are we all split on CD?
I
give
say
it-
D.
D.
I could give it a C.
I'm fine with D. I could go either way, but
Well,
Let's go D. Feels good to give it a D.
okay, feels
We're doing,
good.
we're doing the remakes.
All
We want a
those
lot of
Ds.
D's and F's. Come
Look
on.
at all those Ds.
Oh, no.
And this is on the bell curve too.
Yeah.
The bell
That's what
curve.
feels
That's
even
why
better
I
about
said
it.
C. But look at that. It's a terrible report card, Disney.
That's a terrible report card, Disney.
yeah.
Even on a curve.
Ooh. The curve is slightly slanted, yeah.
Chris Top,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Chris Top, thank you for the 100 bits. I only liked Ming Na's cameo. I did like Ming Na Wen's cameo. That was pretty fun at the end. And she was like in an outfit that was referencing Mulan's outfit. I liked that. That was cute.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
Just-
CM Sully, thank you for the 145 bits. I vote Mulan to be an F because at least OG Mulan learned. This Mulan learned jack crap. I mean, yeah, another part of it that annoyed the heck out
It's
of me.
already perfect. Yeah.
Right, is she like, at some point, just like, instead of having an injury and then finding out through an injury or whatever, she just like came through the fog and was like, it's me, Mulan.
Yeah,
I'm a girl,
right?
Mulan. Tell me what my punishment is. And they're like, leave. And she was like, okay. And just left to cry on the mountaintop. Like, okay,
No
sure,
sense.
good. Awesome, cool, great. Glad this happened. Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. I am the father. You are the daughter. Learn your place. Just hearing that line played in your review, Doug, made my brain feel numb.
Yeah, and he was the one encouraging her. Oh, don't listen to them. Be strong.
Yeah,
be
made no
independent. Be
sense.
know your place. It's like, yeah. Nah, it's earning that D the more we talk about it.
It's just so frustrating. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Like-
I was definitely in the C camp, but it's like I'm starting to be like, yeah, maybe D is the right call.
Like, I think the highest highs of Mulan are higher than the highest highs of Dumbo, but it's just so frustrating. It was such a frustrating watch.
Yeah, like I said, I think
Okay, I will
everyone.
say I am very unnerved that Dumbo is higher than Mulan. Like, I just really do not
This
like
is how
C.
the cookie
That's why I said
crumbles.
C. I say C for Mulan.
Because you
Oh,
think
you
it's
try
at
to get-
least the same as Dumbo.
No, I mean, I
Ah.
put Dumbo at an A, Jack. I'm saying I'm saying the C, like C minus, but it's on the cusp, and we have a lot of D's already. If you put a C, I don't think it's that bad.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I truthfully liked Pete's Dragon. Maybe that's because I admit I haven't seen The Reluctant Dragon, so I don't know the story of the original. Oh, well, yes. We're going to
They're
get...
not
No,
even the same thing,
just
bud.
Pete's Dragon is the name of the original. the Reluctant
I
Dragon.
do like
Pete's
that he
Dragon
thinks the Reluctant Dragon though is the original. That's awesome.
That's pretty.
Okay, well, I guess that does lead us to Pete's Dragon.
Oh,
Honestly,
I mean,
we said this
Yes,
we said this ahead of
S tier
stream.
for me. That's the best one in this whole list.
I
Easily.
agree. I agree with Rob.
Hands
Easy.
down.
I watched it
If
this
we're-
afternoon and literally brought me to tears. I
And if this
loved
were not on a
Pete's
bell
Dragon.
curve, like I would say A maybe. Like it still would be way ranked high.
since it is on curve, I agree. I say S. If it wasn't on curve, I say either A or B. But yeah, it's clearly the best out of them in my opinion. And look what they had to go off. I mean, look,
It's
I
one
grew
that
up with the
deserved a
original,
remake. The original's
but
okay,
it
but
deserves
it's
a
nothing
remake.
special.
Yeah. It's
Right.
its own weird thing, but yeah,
It's very 70s.
it is. But
And it's got its
yeah,
charm, and that's fine, but it's one that I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's one you can remake. Nobody's holding that up as some untouchable classic.
Yeah.
right.
I'll say I'm a big fan of the director of this movie, David Lowery. If you guys haven't seen The Green Knight, amazing. A Ghost Story is fantastic. Like, he always takes really unique angles on stories that are you think you would know.
Yes.
And this is like a perfect example of that.
And this story
I'm
did
right
its
at
own thing.
Right. And I'm right at the cusp of like S and A. So I would put it at an A, but if you guys move it up to an S, I'm not going to complain about it.
Oh,
I
fuck off.
put-
You were going to put fucking Dumbo as an A, and you can't decide to put Pete's Dragon in S tier? Get out of here.
I'm not leaving, Rob. You leave. You leave.
What?
All right,
That was
well,
like the most threatening yet emotionless.
Yeah. No,
like
you-
Dumbo, that's why he wanted it to be A. Threatening but emotionless. So yeah, I guess Pete's Dragon. Oh well, Malcolm, have you seen it?
Pete's Dragon. Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty good. I'd give it an A, B, or an A.
I put
really-
it in S.
Heather, just
but simply-
click that little mouse and put it in S tier, okay?
No,
don't
yeah, no,
listen to
no,
Malcolm.
Wait,
don't
wait,
listen to
wait,
Malcolm,
wait,
just write
wait.
S
Yeah,
tier.
put it in the B tier because out of spite, because y'all suck Aladdin in B. Just-
You could have defended it. If you
That's
showed us
higher
the
than
fight.
And
it
now
deserves.
I'm defending Pete's Dragon.
How many
Against
S's do we
S
have?
tier.
We have 3 S's.
No, I gave it a B.
But I mean, Heather, Doug, and Rob are at S for Pete's Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I'm at an A. Malcolm's at a B. Where does that leave it?
S.
I think
S.
still S. Yeah.
Oh,
S. S.
I'm okay with putting that in S. It's a good movie.
it's a good
Leaves to
movie.
that, we gave you Dumbo, Jagoff.
It's above 101 Dalmatians. I mean,
Dumbo is still at a C. I said
That's
A.
way better than it deserves.
Yeah, it's decent on the curve, Rob.
Well, and I will say too, I wasn't sure what I was gonna think of Pete's Dragon because as much as you were like, there's no one who thinks Pete's Dragon is like a classic. My family was obsessed with Pete's Dragon. I used to be able to
okay.
recite Pete's Dragon. So I was like,
cool. I
what
mean,
are they
you're the
gonna
one,
do
but-
with this? What are they gonna like? Yeah, I realized that wasn't the majority. So I was like, okay, what are they gonna do with this? Because like, I loved the original Pete's Dragon, and I can tell you it was weird and very 70s, and like,
oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, I like the original movie a lot.
so I was super curious what they were going to do with it, but I didn't expect to connect with this one as much as I did because I loved the original so much. But this one may like the live action may actually be even a little, it may actually be better than the original Pete's Dragon.
Yeah, and it is tricky because they're so different, but it's still like in terms of like, well, what's more emotional. What are you gonna remember more and stuff like that? It's like I do remember the remake more, but I'm with you. I do have a soft spot for the original and the songs. I mean, but it's almost apples and oranges. Like, but that's what makes it such a good remake too. It still does take the bullet points. You can look at this and say, yes, this is a remake. It's not just like, oh, they took the name and nothing else.
I think we all love the original, those who've seen it, and we all agree though that it's just an odd little movie, like you know, and it is kind of dated. It is like you have to be kind of in our mindset to really be like, oh, this is an awesome classic. So by picking that one, it was a rare, wise choice of theirs to be like, you know what, Pete's Dragon, like let's see what we can do with this. That was a weird little movie.
You say that, but it bombed at the box office because of course it did.
Right.
Well, of course it did. But I'm saying from a creative decision, not a financial one.
Yeah.
Financially, it's clear that the bottom of the barrel worst garbage they makes always like makes the buco bucks. So, but artistically, I think it was a great choice on their part.
Yeah. Cool. Great. Awesome. We have our first S tier. Congratulations, Pete's Dragon.
That might be the only one I think we're gonna get.
WWE, thank you for the 100 bits. I thought Dumbo was decent. Lion King was lazy. It was almost shot for shot, and Aladdin was okay but boring.
We'll get to Lion King.
Oh, we will.
We'll get our own Lion King.
Oh, we got words.
But
we have history, Lion King and I.
So this list that I found has two separate Jungle Books, the 1994 one and the more recent one.
The 94 one's not a remake. The more recent one is.
I mean,
I haven't seen the 94 one.
It is, because they use, I mean...
No, yeah, I guess there is. I think there is a. It's an adult Mowgli. It's like, here's the thing, like, whether you love it or hate it, it's like, it's in the same kind of generic area, but it's not really a remake.
It's about as much a remake as The Mummy is a remake. It's by the same guy.
If anything.
So what, you want to hit that then if we go through the second one and we'll do the newer Jungle Book first?
We can do that, sure.
Okay, great. Newer Jungle Book.
I honestly, for this list on a bell curve, probably B.
Yeah, I'd give it a B.
All right, so I'm gonna be the odd one. I'll say D.
Wow, it's like A, B for
so
me.
Come on, Christopher Walken as King Louis, Doug. That alone was
hilarious.
At first, and then he sings.
Yeah,
but there's no songs in the movie.
I want to be like you.
Yeah.
No, if it was actually a musical, like where people just broke out into song, but no, the most you got Baloo as just like, hey, I know a song, let me sing it to you, and then suddenly it's a musical.
Christopher Walken can do anything he wants, including turning one song into
it brought that movie to a halt, and it was kind of stupid, and it was kind of weird. But honestly, in a just I can't believe what I just saw level, that at least puts it in a B territory for me.
But that's another one we were talking about with Mulan, like, oh, like this, this could have worked when he comes out as that giant orangutan, and he's like, and he's got just like Walken actually trying voice. It's like, oh shit, like he's kind of intimidating. He's almost got kind of like a mobster thing going on.
I don't disagree with you.
And he's like, Obido.
I don't disagree with you, but honestly, I kind of like the rest of the movie. I thought it was pretty well done.
I
thought it was shot nice. I thought the effects were amazing. I wasn't even thinking about them half the time, unlike Lion King.
No, I legit did not know none of that was shot outside. That was really impressive. And that's another thing I'll give to Lion King as well. I didn't know those were all CG backgrounds, but with this one, I felt like they were trying to, because I like the original hand-drawn Jungle Book. Fine, it's different from the book, but it's good. It's still very entertaining. The characters are very rich and fun to watch, and there's good songs and stuff. But this one's trying to combine that with the original story, and they don't go. Like, one is really serious. It's an entirely different language. It's an entirely different story. They don't even do the ending of like either of them in this one. He just kind of stays in the jungle and kicks back. And it's like, you couldn't even do that cute ending where like he sees the girl and stuff like that. It's like, no, just stay where you want. Don't ever. No, but I'm saying they're trying to combine the two. No, I like the original too. Or original, the Disney hand-drawn one too. I thought it really worked.
I think your problem is you like the book so much that you're letting it cloud your judgment. Because looking at this
I like
list,
the hand-drawn one.
at this list, what we have here out of all of these, Jungle Book should be higher.
No,
I the guy who loves Dumbo so much. Oh, come on. Hypocritical.
I'm saying I didn't care what happened to Mowgli. Some of the lines from Bill Murray Bear are fine, but they're trying to set up like, yeah, no, there's rules. Sorry. They're trying to set up there's like rules to this jungle, but they never follow it. It doesn't make any sense. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Don't do it. Do like the original hand-drawn or do something a little different. Don't combine them. I just think they did not go together.
If this wasn't on a bell curve, I would probably give it a C. But honestly, like I think where we are on the bell curve with this, I would have to go B.
Yeah, no, I know I'm the odd one out because everyone else like really liked this movie, and I'm just like, nah.
And I don't
D for
love
me,
it.
yeah.
Like I think it's fine, and I think it's definitely one of the better ones.
Sure. I think the first and third acts work in the movie. The middle drags a lot, and I didn't like King Louie, and I really didn't like Baloo with Bill Murray, surprisingly. But I thought the stuff that worked in it worked enough, so I'd go with a B.
I'm totally fine putting it at B because it was like A B territory for me, but a B sounds reasonable. A B sounds like a solid middle ground there.
Oh wait, we should call him Baloo Murray.
Wow.
Baloo Murray.
Get out, Rob.
Baloo Murray.
Baloo Murray, not Blueberry, Malcolm.
I said Bill Murray.
Oh, I thought you said Baloo Bear. Okay, I'm the idiot.
We still love you, Doug.
Thank you.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I did enjoy this film, but it's way overpraised.
I think at the time
I agree.
it was, but I think people have disliked it a little bit more as time has gone on. I've seen more negative reviews of it over the past couple of years.
God! Sorry.
The Hour Man, thank you for the 100 bits. I would honestly rather watch the Netflix movie Mowgli, mainly because I'm tired of seeing lighthearted Jungle Book adaptations.
Is that the Andy Serkis version?
Yeah, which isn't that great either.
Yeah,
but
why don't you talk about that one, Doug, after shitting on this one?
Okay, that one's not too great either, but at least it follows the book. Just not that great.
Michael, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We got our thing there, didn't we?
We
The chat
did. I'm
voice.
gonna have to talk chat through it in a little bit. Hi everyone. I don't have any input. I haven't seen any of these, and to be honest, I didn't even know half of these existed. I just wanted to give bits. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, apparently a lot of us didn't know half of these existed either. It's like, I didn't see that one. What? That was the thing? What the hell?
I mean, I knew they all existed. I just thought I had seen more than I had. The confidence I had that I'd seen them when I did not. Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. I like the Jungle Book remake. The one major problem that I'm 100% with you on, Doug, is that there was absolutely no reason for Baloo to hurt Mowgli's feelings to make him leave. That was completely forced. I thought the rest was pretty decent, though.
I agree with that.
Yeah, no, I'll say that the one thing I like about Jungle Book is every time I bring up stuff, that people are like, okay, I'll give you that. Everyone has something where they're like, yeah, but that was fucking stupid. They always have like 2 or 3 things. I'm like, no, I liked it, but this was shit. And it's weird because they can never quite agree on the same one. Like you said, we were saying we liked Bill Murray and Christopher Walken, and Walter, you're saying like, yeah, Walken and Murray, that didn't work for me. So everyone has like their different thing that they don't like about it, which is kind of interesting.
Cool, and the next couple of bit messages are about Lion King, so maybe we'll start talking Lion King and then read the messages afterwards. But
I wanted on the
before-
record that
Sorry, go ahead.
I rate Lion King G for get out of here. It's got to be
Amazing.
a level lower than F.
Amazing. Before we start ranting even more about Lion King,
F's in the chat. F's in the chat.
I know, right?
Gee.
We have hit the bit goal of chat choice, chat chaos. So, chat.
Uh-oh.
I want you to list which movie that we already have that you would like to maybe change the spot of. Okay? I'm going to, from there, make a poll to just solidify what movie we aren't moving, and then where it should move. Remember, it can be a troll move, or it can be a real one. So, you know, whatever you want. All right, continue to shred apart Lion King, please.
Where should we start? Should we be?
Let's
I
all just
wanna,
chant.
go person by person.
Oh, for
Say
Lion King?
how this movie
Yeah.
hurt us.
Yeah, this movie This movie goes right to F, right?
Yeah.
Can we bring out the
I
poster
mean,
so I
there-
can point exactly where the movie hurt me?
Yeah.
Right in the
It-
lion's ass.
Yeah, no, this was one of the most boring movies I ever sat through because it was a shot for shot remake almost. I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
well, this is all I'm gonna get. Just a lesser version of the original, shot by shot. I'm like, I know every single thing and how it's gonna look. And I had to
Except
sit
it's,
there
like,
for 2 hours.
Lifeless. Except it somehow it looks quote unquote more realistic, and yet it's lifeless. It's more
Yeah, right.
lifeless.
Right.
It's like someone took a syringe into the original film and just sucked out all the charisma, all
Right.
the stuff
Yeah.
that made it good, all the fun. I know
All
I'm
the
gonna get
fun.
stuck for that. All the fun was sucked out. I didn't do that. I didn't perform it for feedback. But they took it all out, and we were left with this dull, lifeless, gray, ugly,
Yeah.
stupid, boring, terrible, joyless film. And
Yeah.
even the music, when I saw this in theaters, I couldn't believe that even the Hans Zimmer score did not
Wasn't as
even
good.
didn't even come up to anywhere close to the
It
end.
was like a fast forward, right? It felt like it was sped up.
And it
like,
also
half
wasn't
and half.
mixed in well. It was like mixed
Yeah.
in to be lower, and it didn't have those big emotional moments. It didn't like improve anything that was on screen. I couldn't believe that all things was also terrible. It
And
blew
what
my
they did,
mind.
the only thing I was looking forward to was Be Prepared, and even that they butchered.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going for with that. He was kind of like singing-ish. I don't know.
And the guy sings the last
Yeah.
line, and he
Sing.
sings it fine.
That's what I don't get.
Yeah, so
Z.
Z.
yeah, Z. Just
Z.
yeah, just
Okay,
felt like-
hold on. And so we all know what's wrong with it. Is there anything in it that's even remotely close to good? Because I can find one thing.
I kind of
Timon
like.
and Pumbaa
yeah.
grew on me, honestly.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
did.
Well, 1.5 actually. Timon and Pumbaa were okay. That to a point that was like the one thing that might be better because they didn't make me laugh in the original that much. Like, I don't hate them, but they didn't make me laugh that much. But these two I thought were legitimately funny. And then I will say I guess this is kind of a half because they don't really do anything with her. But the Whoopi Goldberg hyena, whoever plays her in this one, is legit intimidating. I kind of like they
Yeah.
changed
She
that
kind
up.
of doesn't do anything.
No, you're right. That's why I said half. But there's one point where like the Lion Cub says something, she does like a little
Shit.
laugh. I'm like, oh, she's a little creepy. Okay, but you're right. They don't do anything like at
Yeah.
all with. But that was the one thing that was legitimately different. It was a change, and I want to acknowledge / kind of reward that. So that's one of the few things I'll say that actually worked okay-ish. And Timon and Pumbaa worked okay. But yeah,
I'm there with you on that. I would say though that Seth Rogen is so overexposed. Every time I hear his voice, I just want to just clam up like this and never hear anything again.
very
so-
good.
thank you.
Even the good stuff in it. is tainted.
Yeah, and I will say I legitimately did not know the backgrounds were CGI. I thought they just went out and filmed a bunch of grounds and they had like the lions walk in and stuff. But that makes it even weirder that it looks so ugly.
Yeah.
Isn't that bizarre? That
Yes.
then it's like you can make it look however you want and it still looks so like, colorless and lifeless. And yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, the Savannah's a beautiful place, but
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
didn't capture any of that really.
Well, the
Yeah,
hand drop
the
film
animated film
got
was way
that better.
The anime, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say one of the things that actually came out of this that were a little bit positive is that gave us some of the technology that they used in The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah,
People enjoy. So
Well, yeah, no, this whole
Yeah.
film.
that's a plus.
I
That's a
mean,
plus.
Yeah, I
guess
mean, we
that's a
talked about
small
this.
positive thing.
Yeah, this whole film is just what Jon Favreau has to do to like get his other shows going. Like, oh, sure, I'll just direct another Lion King, whatever. Oh, ooh, really? Oh, anyway,
They'll
a
like a
Mandalorian,
paycheck.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna blah blah blah. Like, yeah, you can tell. So I guess on that level, I'm glad it's a success because it lets him do more cool Star Wars stuff. But yeah, still not a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a pause really fast before you guys continue. First of all, Hype Train, second Hype Train of the day. Thank you all so much. Super appreciate that. We're at level 2. Thank you. Second of all, I'm going to create a poll right now about which movie, because chat, you are allowed to cause some chaos here, which movie we should move. The ones I saw most were Aladdin, Mulan, Cinderella, and Dumbo. I'm going to put 3 minutes on that. So then from there, we'll see which one wins and where you want to move it to. So, does not meet guidelines.
Wow,
Are you kidding
I
me?
really thought...
Is it not letting me because
You don't
Dumbo?
need
Let me see if I eliminate Dumbo.
Ah!
Oh my goodness.
What? Is this like a new swear word that
Let me-
popped
wait.
up while we-
I'm gonna intentionally spelled Dumbo without the M, so it's just Dubbo.
Dumbo.
Yep, that's what it was. It didn't like Dumbo. It didn't
Weird.
like Dumbo. So if you see Dubbo in the poll, that's supposed to be Dumbo. Anyway,
Wumbo.
this is which one you think that you as a chat want to move. So go
Is
ahead.
that the new insult now? Like, I want to call you something really mean. You G-rated film. Like, what?
Yeah.
So go ahead, chat, vote on it, and then we shall go from there. So go ahead, guys, continue talking, rip apart
Weird.
Lion King, whatever.
I have nothing more to say.
The direction.
I mean,
The director. At least the director for the voice actors. I don't know what happened, if James Earl Jones was like tired or ill that day.
He's 90s.
he's 90.
I know.
yeah.
But didn't he recently? Did he do the voice for Darth Vader?
I think they half and halved it. I think he
Right.
did the voice, but then like they used their James Earl Jones app or whatever they have to alter it
Oh.
the same way they did with like Mark Hamill in the previous one, because he sounds different than in Rogue One. He sounds really different, and honestly, it kind of worked because he's supposed to sound a little robotic. Anyway, that's my theory. They didn't come out and say that, but that's my theory.
Okay, then I take away that critique, because I thought, they just like were not directing him correctly, or just yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's that too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that.
He's reading the same lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already have something to directly compare it to, and that is absolutely a detriment when you have someone like James Earl Jones who's got this iconic voice, and then you have him as an old man reading it, and it just doesn't work. You could have just reused those old lines.
Well, totally could have, yeah.
He's supposed to be middle-aged in the movie. That's the weird thing.
Hmm.
And he sounds so old because like he just had his first kid. Like I can't imagine he's like supposed to be that old in the movie, and he just sounds old and tired in the
Well, in
remake.
Lion years.
In Lion Years.
I guess.
All right, are we ready to look at some of these bit messages, or are there more things that you just need to get off your chest about the Lion King?
Oh, I mean, I think we got off. I don't know.
All right, cool.
I'm done.
Christop, thank you for the 100 bits. They should have had Idris Elba as Scar instead.
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have been
been
cool.
awesome.
Who played
That
Scar
would have been
again?
interesting.
I don't even know.
Who played
it,
Scar?
it was
He would tell you.
Elgefor. I always have a hard time pronouncing his name.
I don't know.
Okay.
He would tell you for. Was that who it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100
It's
bits.
Weddle.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Nothing. I was just reading his name. They spelled it in the
Gotcha.
chat.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Aladdin won the poll, so I will get a second
What?
poll up in a second to see where you guys want to move it to. That Disney
I
nerd,
gotta
thank
say
you for the
S.
100
Down.
bits.
Oh, move it to S.
The Lion King remake was trash. The actors didn't even sound like they were trying. The color scheme looked atrocious. They botched Be Prepared, and the two biggest crimes it committed was making it so emotionless and removing the fucking moral of the story, with Rafiki hitting Simba on the head. F tier.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
No,
it's like there's so much
below
bad in
trash.
it.
It's like that black sludge that turns into methane.
Yeah.
You know, after seeing Jungle Book, and they had like a little bit of expression in those characters' faces, and it still looks photorealistic enough.
Yeah.
They just
And
do
this
that?
is why I was defending Jungle Book as like in this list. I feel it deserves to be in the B because we've got something like Lion King sitting in this list.
And it came out before Lion King. That's the crazy
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a bigger accomplishment, really.
Yeah.
I don't get it. They could have put little things in there that still would have looked naturalistic to that style, but instead it's just. I mean, we talked about that. No, like it just doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. No!
doesn't portray any of that.
Well, and I will say, because again, I watched a lot of these this weekend. When I started watching it on Friday, the first couple of shots are gorgeous as all the animals are gathering, and I'm like, oh, this is really pretty. Maybe people hate on this too much. Okay, this is gorgeous. Oh, cool. Okay, we got a new version of Circle of Life, and then it just zooms in on Mufasa's lifeless face, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Is this the whole
Is
movie?
he dead already?
Oh, no. He's like, I am so proud of this, the day of my son. And I was like, oh no.
I like you had him say a line like a gangster. I am so proud of this, the day of my son's birth.
It was obviously trying to mimic those Disney, whatchamacallit, nature documentaries. It was trying to do that, but with The Lion King. And it just came off so awkward the entire time. From the first time you see something, Heather, like you said. I mean, it sets the tone for the entire film.
Mm-hmm.
So even the music, that's like the thing that got to me the most. It was like, at least I could listen to that Hans Zimmer score. And even that was mixed in so poorly that it didn't have any impact on the film.
Yeah, the funny thing is it might actually be fine. I have not heard it on disc, the new one, but it might actually be fine. It was mixed poorly. It sounded very turned down in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Noff, thank you for the 100 bits. Only gonna say this line once. You must avenge my death, Simba.
Yeah. Now it's a remake of
Kimba
the White Lion. That's kind of even worse.
Griffomorph, thank you so much for gifting those subs. We really appreciate that. Thank you for those 5 gifted subs. Christoph, thank you for the 100 bits. I remember apologizing to Beauty and the Beast because, man, it shot for shot had nothing on Lion King.
Let's talk about that. Beauty and the Beast or Lion King? Which one's worse? Lion King?
Oh, Lion King.
Lion King for sure.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, absolutely.
Beauty and the Beast made me unreasonably angry, but Lion King is still worse.
Beauty and the Beast tried to throw in a couple new things in there. It tried. Lion King did not. It did nothing.
Yeah.
It is actually worse.
And it's still animated.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, 100%. At what point? It's just CGI.
Yeah.
Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. I fucking hate the Lion King remake. Yes, it looks beautiful at certain places, but the characters have no life to them. I laughed when Mufasa died.
It's hilarious. He actually looks more alive when he's dead.
Yeah.
But wasn't that no scene like that frame skipping thing too? Wasn't it like
No, in the flashback when he's thinking back, so at the end they put in reverse, it looks even funny. I was like, no!
Right.
It's really funny.
Strange choices all around.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 100 bits. Lion King, rated F for failure. Absolutely. Christoph, thank you for the 100 bits. I would honestly recommend listening to Zimmer's remake score on YouTube. It sounds great, honestly. There's good video where they put the 2019 score to the 1994 Stampede scene.
I would like to see that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check that out.
Christoph, thank you for the 100 bits. I hope those VFX artists found good work. You know, they sold their souls to make it look like it did, even though it looked boring. Honestly, the unfortunate part is the VFX artists probably still got paid shit to do things that they didn't want to do.
Is that a thing? Are they even
Oh,
for Disney, or
VFX?
they're not paid for it?
Oh my gosh, VFX artists are paid the worst by like Marvel and Disney. It's
Really?
they literally take down studios.
Yeah, that whole
Fascinating.
industry-
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're treated really poorly, and they have. I mean, like their deadlines are ridiculous. These people,
Ridiculous.
like they don't.
Well, that I can believe. But I thought, I mean, that I just assumed because such crazy deadlines that would mean they up the paycheck. So okay, that's
Nope.
interesting, huh?
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. The Lion King remake does seem awful, but casting Mr. Ambrose from Bob's Burgers, Billy, I never know how to say his name. Eichner as Timon and Seth Rogen as Pumbaa does sound pretty funny, just the casting alone. But like, I like Billy normally as a comedian, but it was so weird for them to just try to randomly insert some modern references every now and then, or just like the way that he was speaking every now and then. I was like, oh god, I don't love it.
I mean, it was just something that got something close to a smile watching the film, so I didn't mind too much.
Yeah.
The Hour Man, thank you for the 100 bits. Aslan, the Narnia movie from 2005, looked better than every animal in Lion King 2019.
Yeah, he looked realistic enough, and yet he still had like
Yeah.
expressions and reactions and stuff. Yeah.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 100 bits. You know what? I'll just give The Lion King the same rating Doug gave it. Rated T for total shit. Space Cowboy.
I mean, Z still sounds pretty good.
Yes, it does. Space Cowboy, thank you for the 100 bits. Lion King 2019 got Timon and Pumbaa right and nothing else.
Yeah, not much else.
Space Cowboy, thank you for the 100 bits. Live action Simba screaming, "No!" is comedy gold.
It is. It did give us that.
Oh,
And
yeah,
can you
his
feel the
little
love
squeak.
tonight during the day? Not even evening.
Griffin Hart, thank you for the 100 bits. What are you talking about? It's totally a live action remake. Remember when Beyonce went through reconstructive surgery to play Nala?
I forgot.
Well, in that case, James Earl Jones definitely didn't age that great.
Satan X, thank you for the 100 bits. You could consider Lion King 2019 self-plagiarism.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. For you, Doug. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Amazing.
Hakuna Matata.
Okay,
Hush.
we do
No,
have
come on.
time for some of these sequel, prequel, spin-off-y kind of things here.
Let's do it.
So, while you guys start debating Christopher Robin, because I've never seen Christopher Robin, I'm going to run a poll because Aladdin won the poll for movie that you want to change. So I'm going to run the poll for where to move Aladdin.
Can be higher or lower?
I don't know. We're going to have S because it's already in the A.
Well, at
C,
least somebody will be happy.
D.
Rob and I will be happy if it goes lower, and then y'all will be happy if it goes higher. So I mean, at least
Yeah.
somebody will be happy.
And these I have not allowed additional spending of awesome awards because I want this to be a true democracy on this one. Let's
Yeah.
let's see. You got 3 minutes, chat.
Disney-mocracy.
You got 3 minutes. Where are we moving,
for-
Aladdin?
Oh man. Okay.
Christopher Robin. I'd say either A or B. I guess if we're doing it on a curve.
On a curve, yeah. B.
Wait, there's no
Robin was
B.
charming. I mean, I remember. I think
Wait, it's
Doug
already in
compared
B.
it to Hook a lot, right?
What was that?
Doug, you've compared to Hook, haven't you?
Christopher Robin?
Yeah, I could have sworn you told me it had a similar kind of like Hook story.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah,
When
it's in
like
the
Robin
same
Williams
kinda-
goes into like the little tree house and stuff, it's kind of like that. It's still, and just like Hook, it has kind of a stupid climax. But
Yeah, on this level, probably a B. Like in real life, I'd probably give it a C, but
yeah, I admire what it's trying to do, and I admire that the animals look worn and torn and stuff like that. But there really is so little color, and it is just a little bit of a downer for saying something that's essentially
yeah,
the same as a
and
lot
the
of films
stuffed
are
animals
saying.
definitely
Just
look like nightmare fuel.
yeah, for the stuff that's like just find your childhood, be a good father, don't be, the Mary Poppins thing. It's essentially doing that just a little bit
Yeah.
more.
It's just with this
slower and
list,
grayer,
it's
but-
probably ranked higher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As I said,
I'd give it a,
in real life, I'd give it a C.
Malcolm.
yeah, I'd give it like a C. It was interesting. I'm glad they attempted what they tried to do with, just kind of like calling back on his childhood, trying to rekindle his past.
Mhm.
But like I couldn't tell if like it was his imagination or if they were actually alive. But
But I was okay with that. I was okay. At the end, I think they kind of. Well, wait, did they? at
yeah,
the
yeah,
end?
yeah.
I
They
thought
ended
kinda
up making it so that like one of the other people, like one of the extras, could hear them speaking. So they actually
Yeah.
are alive. So I was like, oh well, okay.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Where it's like, man, the magic of childhood, and it's still like kind of gray and ugly. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
wanted
yeah.
to be a little bit
It could
more.
have been like Where the Wild
imaginative.
Things Are, and instead we'd got like
yeah,
an alright Disney movie.
yeah. Did you ever see it, Walter, or no?
No, I did. I have seen it. I would have it as like a really low A on this curve, but I think that it's just charming enough where Ewan McGregor, the guy's so charismatic.
He
and you just
is.
care about him whenever you see him, and I thought he played an adult Christopher Robin really well. There's the
Mhm.
longing for the past, like the nostalgia that he plays up really well, even when he's not talking. I think that performance And honestly, Pooh was very endearing in this film.
Isn't he? No, Jim Cummings just has that part.
He always
down.
nails it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like not just the littlest throwaway lines he can make, like so, like there's like layers to them. Yeah. So it is nice hearing him talk a little deeper about stuff in there without necessarily breaking character either,
Am I
because he
out of my
can
mind,
add those
or
layers.
did he get his start on like Pooh Corner or something? I thought I heard a story somewhere that he just kind of showed up
Maybe.
and did that impression.
Really?
Maybe. I mean, he's been voice acting forever, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at an A for it. I really connected with a lot of it. So
I guess we could put it at a B then.
I was gonna say I was.
I
at
was
B, I
fine with
think.
B.
sure, B's fine.
All right, B is fine. I am also making a face at chat right now because they have betrayed us. Aladdin
Yeah.
is moving to D. Y'all think Aladdin is the same as Mulan? You
Yeah.
think
I didn't even want it
Aladdin
that-
is
I
the
wanted it
same
to
as Mulan, chat? You are.
Chat.
You, chat!
The
I
chat.
want to do like the genie
Wait a minute.
Arsenio.
Wait a minute.
Who do you know? All right.
The chat. Heather, do you mean to tell me that the chat hates fun?
The chat hates fun today, Walter. The chat hates fun today.
Yeah, what's
Topsy-turvy
wrong? Yeah.
world, Walter.
Chat hates fun? You mean
Everybody's
to tell
so mad at
me?
Will Smith.
Me? That the chat hates fun? You just
I love
made
the one
this
guy
funny
quoting
for a while.
Palpatine. I love democracy.
I cannot believe you all think that Aladdin is on the same tier as Mulan and 102 Dalmatians.
The chat hates fun.
It's wrong.
The chat
It's
hates
wrong.
fun. The chat hates fun.
Nah,
The chat hates
that sounds
fun.
right. That
Chat
sounds right.
hates fun.
Sounds-
Yeah,
Chat
it's
hates
good.
fun.
No, I support this move.
That- annoying, isn't it? The
I
chat
still
hates
would have probably
all
given it
the
a
time.
C, but I'm okay with D.
That's fine.
I'm pretty cool with D.
Well,
Man,
It's just
You
what
down
it
with
is
it? You
now.
guys are
Thanks,
down with
that
chat.
D?
movie, out of all
Guys are
these
into D?
movies, Aladdin was entertaining.
Nah.
Aladdin was, yes.
The
and-
dancing, come
Hey.
on.
on the
Yeah.
curve. It's
Dancing
nice.
is okay.
Just a
They need more. It need more dancing. It need more Bollywood.
That's true, honestly.
There you go. See, I'm already convincing you.
There you go. All right, before we get to Corella, let me get to some of these bit messages too. Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. Buster, there's more to being a cat than getting in your way all the time. There's more? Actually, no, that's it. Favorite Chaplin and Buster scene ever.
Nice.
And this will all be mine if you pee on it. Yes.
Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. Christopher Robin is my personal favorite live-action Disney remake. Loved Ewan McGregor, as always, and I was so happy hearing Jim Cummings again. I know you may disagree, Doug, but I like how the characters look.
Not fair enough.
Flimsy Fantasies, thank you for the 100 bits. Christopher Robin is S rank, like Sam. I really loved it, and like the psychological story behind growing up. And I thought it was really sweet. I'm sorry, I'm weak.
No. It's fair
I
enough.
didn't
Yeah,
hate
you love
it. I thought it could have been more, but it's like I think it's one of the stronger ones in this list for sure.
No, I always tell people if they're like, should I see it? I'm like, check it out, because I don't know if you'll love it, but you might. You know what
It's
I
a
mean?
film
like
that I feel
if you
resonates
dislike it,
with
you're
a
not
lot of
gonna hate it. But if I find people that like it really love it, so it's like, yeah, check it out. Like you might find some good stuff in it. You know what I mean?
WWE, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you heard Disney is doing live action for Aladdin 2, Lion King 2, Jungle Book 2, Hunchback, Bambi, and Robin Hood?
Ugh.
Do you think that they're going to do the
Why?
sequel to Aladdin now with the whole Will Smith stuff?
I don't know. That's an excellent question.
They can have him
Question.
change his look.
Right.
Will Smith is now played by Chris Rock.
The ultimate revenge. He took his role in a Disney movie.
I don't know, it just seems like you're pandering to me. How about for money? How much money? This much. Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Wow.
That was great, Rob.
Christop, thank you for the 100 bits. Christopher Robin made me cry. I hate when Pooh is sad like Kieran in Pooh's Grand Adventure.
No, like I said,
Yeah,
a lot of people love it. So
I get like, yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's like I understand why people like it. And I don't fault them for that. It's not like one of those movies like, how dare you? I still think it's one of the better ones, but I don't know. People either tend to like go really nuts for that movie, or I don't see a lot of people really hate it or loathe it.
No,
Because like
neither
for
do
me, it's a
I.
little hard to hate, but It's just for me. It's just somewhere in the middle.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Why the hell did the 100 Acre Wood Gang look like Tim Burton characters? They weren't cute, they were horrifying. I was hoping Pooh would chop Obi-Wan's head off.
Yeah, see, I'm a little more in that camp.
Well, wait for Honey and Blood, or Blood and Honey, whatever it's called.
IMA,
Was that horror movie? The one
Yes.
that we were looking-
IMA, thank you for the 100 bits. Genie never says he can't kill anyone. Aladdin deserves D. All right, well, it's there now,
Yeah,
chat.
you're right.
I hope
Very
you're
great
happy.
point.
You hate fun. You just hate fun. That's all.
Yep.
Your extra Joe, thank you for the 100 bits. I voted to put Aladdin in S just to screw with y'all, so don't blame me. I actually voted for it to be an A. I was like, what channel also votes A?
Should have averaged
Heather
it
was
out.
saying- Heather was saying, have someone column A, try all of column B. But nope, they went to D.
I'm in the mood to help you, dude.
Talking of Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Cruella is S tier. I don't care what anyone says. Great cinematography, costume design. Every actor is doing a phenomenal job. Music is incredible, and Cruella's descent into madness is brilliant. The only drawback is I wish Disney had the balls to kill those fucking dogs.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. You want to know my only problem with Christopher Robin? Tigger needed to be more orange with his black stripes.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my only problem, but yeah, there needed to be more color in general.
Oh yeah.
All right, well then let us move on to Cruella.
S.
A.
A-S. Like,
Oh,
I'm
on
gonna
this
add-
curve, I'll say I'm between A and B. There is something kind of cool about putting the two Cruella DeVille movies on the same on the same there with A, so that would be kind of cool. But
It's
I'm between A
good.
and B.
I haven't seen it, so I don't
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
No.
like compared to the rest of the Disney remakes, like
It's pretty fun
Yeah.
until the end, where it's like the Disney remake like shows its ugly face. It's like, ah, damn it.
yeah, there are those moments, but I mean, man, like,
Malcolm, I'm with you. I'm an S with this.
yeah,
Really?
it's
Yes.
pretty solid. Like, given this list,
Yes. S tier for the curve and all this stuff. I'm going with an S.
Okay. Oh well, then this is right. So we have two A's and two S's, right?
We
Because Rob
do.
hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. So.
Do you want me to put it to a chat vote just for funsies?
Yeah, put it to
just
chat,
to add
yeah.
just
Yeah,
to
I've
add
seen it.
more chaos?
Elite Gamer, I have seen it. Cruella,
Yeah.
Is
No,
that-
he saw it. Yeah.
yeah, I
He's
saw
saying
that.
S. Yeah, we got Malcolm and Walter one as an S tier. Me and Heather one in A tier. I mean, which is kind of funny. We have a debate over Cruella
like-
here.
I was engaged
All right.
in this movie, and I'm like, it created an
It
alternate
started, chat.
universe.
Right, go
I
ahead.
just-
Sorry, continue, Malcolm. Continue.
I was expecting this to be terrible, by the way. I don't know how you
Me
were
too.
feeling, Malcolm, going
Oh,
into
no,
it.
me
Yeah,
too.
I was like, what are they like? I was so tired of the trope that they started trying to make all their villains like super, empathetic, and we're supposed to sympathize with them hard. And it's like, just let them be villains, But
Well, this
this,
one they do it for the most part until the end, and they don't stick the landing. But it's like,
yeah,
for a while, I mean, she is like a legit crit. She's a pickpocket. She's causing schemes. She's doing
Yeah.
all this stuff. And it's like I said, in my mind, it ends at the fashion show outside the woman's house where she's like, she killed my dogs. She turned them into coats. In my opinion, the credits roll there. That's where it
yeah,
stops.
that would have been. That's a good idea actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty solid. Like I was with it all the way up until that point that you mentioned. I was like, they did it. They did the Disney thing.
but that's like there's still like a good 30 minutes left at that point. That's the thing. That's why I can't quite put in the S tier.
Huh.
I mean, I didn't even hate that.
I don't know, just given the list, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Yeah.
I understand the opinion and all that stuff, and it does kind of go back to what you would expect from Disney. But I mean, I thought it worked enough for the movie where we got enough goodwill built up for the first 2/3 that I was, I went along with it just enough. And compared to everything else, I mean,
It's a bit of a
it's up
standout.
there. It took risks, and it had a lot of really unexpected performances and unexpected kind of story angles. I mean, I gotta go with an S for this. It's not gonna win the S from the poll
And
because they
Emma
made fun,
Stone
but
is she's so good.
for me,
Like Emma Stone's so good. She's
How
good.
cool would it be to have the two Cruella DeVille movies, the Emma Stone and Glenn Close one, like together in the A list? That'd be so cool.
Chat has voted between A and S that it belongs in A.
All right, see, look at that. Doesn't that look great? Just those two, and then only Pete's Dragon. Is that
Only Pete's Dragon. Oh.
I said only Pete's Dragon was going to be the only one that makes S tier. I was
Yeah.
right.
So
We
far,
haven't
you are.
gone to Sorcerer's Apprentice yet, Rob.
Yeah, that's right. Or the Jungle Book, or Maleficent,
Maleficent
or
2?
Sorcerer's Apprentice in S tier.
Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. I really enjoyed Cruella. I agree the ending was a little shaky, but it didn't even come close to destroying the entire thing for me. The strengths far outweighed the weaknesses for me. The retro soundtrack was right up my alley.
Yeah, mine too. Great soundtrack.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Strider for Life, thank you so much for the 15-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate
you.
that. Thank you. Cool. All right, are we ready to move on to Maleficent? Where does Maleficent belong in this?
D, maybe.
I-
C, if I'm being
The first
generous, because it's this list.
Yeah, I'm the same, in between C and D.
First one out, I'll say C for the first one.
I think the first one is solidly a C. Like, it's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Weren't
I
those
mean-
fairies insulting? Like the way they made them like the Three Stooges and just so fucking dumb. Like that was pretty unbearable. The rest, at least you could laugh at how stupid it was. But that's the one where I'm like, oh fuck you, movie. Like those were great characters in the original.
Uh-oh. We got some fighting in the chat.
Ooh.
Yeah, they are
Only
like
between a lot of C's
torn.
and D's. Okay.
and B. I saw a lot of B's earlier. That was
Oh,
interesting.
okay.
Mhm.
What about you, Walter? Did you see it?
I have not seen Maleficent. It is not a Disney
Hmm.
Plus.
Oh, that's right. But the sequel is weirdly.
Yeah, right. Rights issues are just strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we don't have many on C, and Maleficent's not good, but it's not.
It's not
Mulan. It's not
Mulan.
Alice in Wonderland.
No.
Yeah, so, I mean, I would say C.
Right? All right. I would
Yeah.
agree with that. C is pretty solid, I think. All right, but how about the second one?
D.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
man.
But a
Yeah.
loving D, because the last third is so bonkers and for no reason becomes Game of Thrones bloodbath that it's kind of like, well, this doesn't match, but it suddenly got entertaining.
It's like it's its own universe. It's like an alternate universe Maleficent. Because this Maleficent
Yeah.
isn't the same Maleficent that, like, you know.
And it's
Turn
like three different bad movies. Because the first one was like a really stupid little fairy tale where everybody's skipping and laughing and saying dumb dialogue. Then the second movie in the middle is just so boring, like nothing's going, like it's Jupiter Ascending or something. It's a lot of dialogue. And then the third part is just like Disney's Game of Thrones, where it's totally insane. And it's just like, okay, I mean, at least it was entertaining.
Have you guys seen those pictures that they like portrayed like the crazy moments from Game of Thrones in the Disney animated style?
No.
No.
It is
Oh, wait,
hilarious.
yes, I have. I think I have actually. Yeah. Those
Very
are
scary.
funny. Yeah.
Okay, so do we pretty much decide a D on
think so.
Mistress of Evil or whatever it is?
Yeah. Oh
She's
man.
not even a bad guy in it. She's not a bad guy in either. of them.
This bell curve looks like a middle finger. It does.
Thanks, Disney. Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. I completely agree with what you said about the fairies, Doug. They were so dumb and irresponsible that it actually made them legit unlikable. Maleficent should
Yeah.
never be the one to save Aurora from falling off a cliff.
Right? It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird. All right, 1994 Jungle Book. I haven't seen either of these, so you all have got to...
Wait, what?
1994
I don't know.
C maybe.
I put it in
License?
C.
Thought it was
It's-
okay.
It's the guy who directed the Mummy movies, and that's exactly what it's like. It's
Oh.
like a 1994 Mummy movie. But I don't know. It's, you know what? Some of the death scenes are mad intense. Like especially for it. This is back when PG was
Yeah.
really like, no, really,
Plus,
you
there's
should
Sam
fucking
Neill.
bring a parent with you. Yeah, and Sam Neill's in it. He's fun. John Cleese is in it. Carrie Elwes is the bad guy. Like, there's just a little too much fun in it to say like it's, you know, put it in D or F or anything like that. So yeah, I guess I put it in C.
I have
Anyone
not
else
seen
see
this.
that or no? Walter,
I-
have you?
You know, I saw it, but I mean, this was decades ago. I don't really remember too much about it, except that I know it was. I remember thinking it was like Tarzan. Like, this is just Tarzan. This is not really the Jungle Book. So I don't know. From what I remember, I'd give it like probably a C or D, I guess.
All right. So it seems pretty solidly like those who have seen it, C.
Yeah.
All right, Sorcerer's Apprentice. I also have not seen this one.
I almost want to say F just because I don't remember a single thing about it.
Yeah.
No,
it's very
I
unremarkable.
remember Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
But what's his name from Man Seeking Woman? He's pretty unbearable, and he's really funny in Man Seeking Woman.
Look at it
He's
this
pretty-
way: if it's not an F for me, it's a D.
I'm between a C on this this grade curve. I say C or D.
Man.
I'd probably say C just because I don't know. I can't put a Nicolas
give it
Cage
a-
movie in the same as like Mulan or Alice in Wonderland and stuff.
I guess a C would be fair to it.
Mm.
Because it's not as bad as like Lion King and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, well, that'd be D then, but it's like I just can't put it in the same as like Lady and the Tramp and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's,
I would go.
that'd be a long middle finger. Rob, have you seen it?
Yeah, he saw it.
Oh, what do you think?
Did we lose you, Rob? I think we lost you.
Sorry, I had to get up for 1 second.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I'll vote D.
D?
Yes.
All right, I'll say C.
Okay, we got a D, we got a C. Walter's a C. Malcolm?
I want to give it a D. Like, I wanted to give this movie a D.
I mean, if
Everyone-
we have 2 C's and 2 D's, we can put it up to the chat vote again.
I was
You
gonna
have to put
say,
it up in
if it's chat, they're gonna be like, oh, Nicolas Cage, S all the way, man.
Well,
Yeah,
S for
it's-
Superman, who he should have played.
for Cruella, I did the same thing where it was just S or A, so I would just do C or D.
Mhm. Yeah, in between C and D, I guess.
So do you want me to put it on a chat vote?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Chess, Sorcerer's Apprentice. Is it a C or a D? Keeping in mind, this is on a curve.
Yeah, we're trying to get that curve.
Oh, I can't spell the word sorcerers. There it is.
I never can either. I always spell that
spelled
one wrong. I spell
philosophy.
Lasha.
Okay.
It's good.
C or D.
Okay, okay.
You have 2 minutes, chat. It's up above. If you don't know where to look
C
for,
for
if you don't know
Cage.
where to look for the polls, it is on the chat, above the chat there. So I'll be interested to see where this goes.
It's talkative Carl.
We got 2 minutes.
Yeah,
on
there's.
that.
I was gonna say there's no other movies. to
There
talk
aren't, but
about.
I
No,
do
no,
have-
You're right.
I do have a couple of quick questions of ones that aren't on the list, but considering that other things are, maybe should be, like Mary Poppins Returns. Where would you put
Oh, I
something
would've
like
put that.
Mary Poppins Returns?
Equal.
D.
Everything goes in the D
I would give it a
category.
D. Maybe
I
a
really
C.
don't like these movies.
Yeah.
I give Doug's fanscription of that a on this scale an S. Boom.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh, Walter, thank you. Yeah, anyone else? Where would they put Mary Poppins Returns? Rob or Malcolm or?
I haven't
Walter?
seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't
C for
understand why they had
Walter.
to remake it.
I mean, it wasn't a remake. It's like a sequel,
Oh,
isn't it?
continue- Really?
Yeah, but that
Top
kind
this
of.
movie,
I like
I
anyone
would
as Mary
put
Poppins.
in C.
I liked Q as the dad kid from one of the movies.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
Another quick question of one that maybe should have made the list considering other things. Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Oh,
Is
that'd
that
be like-
technically?
Oh, that's
Well, that's a sequel, is it
That's-
not?
That's
No,
A.
I mean,
That's
it's,
On
A.
this curve, it's an A.
Right?
Definitely
Yeah,
Easy
yeah,
A,
yeah,
Chippendale.
Solid A.
Solid A for Chippendale.
Yeah, much
You're
love
asking
to
about
Chip and Dale.
Pan wasn't a Disney movie.
Oh, it wasn't, was it?
No, it's a show, but that's why it's like, does it count? Does it not? It's like I can see why it's not on here, but yeah,
All right.
I put it A.
The chat has voted that Sorcerer's Apprentice is a C for Cage.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So it's a
Like
little less of a middle finger now, I
that.
guess.
It kind of is. If you got like well, when I do the dog like that, like I have this up a little bit.
Have
So.
that kind of like. Oh, now
Wow,
it's
Doug.
flicking off our.
Like that. There we go.
Yeah.
I love that, Doug. I love that. All right, I'm definitely gonna save and download this so that we can share it. Wayflow, I may send it to you, so that we can share what we ended up with here tonight.
It'll be fun to see the people are just like, what? No. And then like, I get the feeling most people are gonna agree, but everyone's gonna have that one where they're just like, fuck you.
I still can't believe that chat moved Aladdin to D. I'm so
hell
mad
yeah.
at you, chat.
Well done again. Well done
Dumbo's the
again.
one. Dumbo's still staring at me in the C category, mocking me.
It's fun. It's
The
okay.
upset of the night
It's
is
okay.
Aladdin.
Yeah, terrible. Well, you know it's D for damn good, right?
Yeah, they're
Except
good.
damn good applies to nothing else that's in the D.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
it's
an F
special
means
for
fucking
Aladdin.
great.
D for damn good. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I actually kind of had fun with Sorcerer's Apprentice. The original short in Fantasia is more artistically impressive, but I'd rather rewatch this movie over rewatching Fantasia. You take that back.
Oh,
Fantasia's
yeah. Oh, I like
brilliant.
Oh, them's fighting words.
What if they did a live action remake of Fantasia?
They did Sorcerer's Apprentice. And what are they doing Shenandoah and
Oh,
stuff
yeah, you're
too?
right.
Yeah, it's like yeah, like well, that's another good question. Like the Nutcracker one, like does that count? The Nutcracker Four Realms, whatever. Like is that a Fantasia remake? Like it's hard to say.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Because they have images right from there with like the conductor going like this, and it's like I have no idea. I mean, if Sorcerer's Apprentice is like I have no idea.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't make this list, so.
No, it's I didn't even think of it until we brought that up. I'm like, oh yeah, because does that count? I'm not sure.
Right. I mean, I feel like something like Mary Poppins Returns and Chip and Dale count more than that. But...
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Because it's like Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Like it's not just Nutcracker. I mean, Sorcerer's Apprentice. That's literally the name of the piece. It's not Four Realms in Fantasia.
Noff Noff, thank you for the 100 bits. Isn't Mary Poppins Returns, I think they meant retcon because they have a recon from the original Mary Poppins film?
No, it's a
What
sequel.
was it?
No, it's a sequel. It's I mean, the same people are in it, but it's a direct sequel. Yeah.
Yeah, Jane and Michael are older. They're in it. So.
Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. I think it's a remake. Would you count Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey? Well, that wasn't...
Sounds a remake.
It
Yeah,
is a
technically,
remake, but
but-
it's not of, like, an animated movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? Because then otherwise, what we can include? Because I did see some lists like that did include things like Freaky Friday and Parent Trap.
That darn kid.
Yeah, that would go on forever. Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
yeah, because that's just like that's not a it's not an animated movie that became live action. Those
Yeah,
are just
no, that's-
they remade Parent Trap.
yeah.
You know. Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. Question for Doug: would you do a tier list of direct-to-DVD Disney sequels?
Maybe one day. I could probably do that. That might be kind of fun, actually. And some of them I'd have to remember because some of them are just like compilations of like episodes and stuff like that. So I'd have to feel like, yeah, what the hell is that again?
Right. Yeah. But this has been fun.
Yes, it has been fun. This is really, really
Yeah.
fun.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
recommending
I wouldn't
this,
mind
Jack.
doing this again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat was the one who recommended it, and then I thought that is actually a brilliant idea. And thank you
Yeah.
again, chat, for getting us to the August sub goal so that we can make this a possibility. But I would
Thank you
definitely
again, yeah.
check this off as maybe another sub goal incentive at some point, because this was fun.
Yeah, I love to do
Yeah.
it for the Jurassic Park movies. I keep thinking like that'd be fun to see what everyone's thought because everyone knows the number one, but what would like the ones under it be and the reasons why? I think that'd be kind of fun.
Doug, I did have
One
one ready just in case.
Oh, just
I
in case.
had one
Oh,
ready
yes.
just in case we
Oh,
we
that's so
finished that
funny.
one so early because I know you kept saying that.
Oh,
so I was like,
God.
just in case, here's the
Oh.
Jurassic
Oh,
Park
thank you
movies.
so much. Oh my God, that's
Aw.
so, I know we can't get to it, but that's really, really cool. Thank
I
you so
had
much.
one ready.
Oh,
Aww.
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, cool, great. I
Well, you're
feel
the
like
Twitch queen.
Oops,
Thank
sorry.
you so much.
y'all just saw my background for a second. Alexander, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm not a fan of Alice in Wonderland 2010, but I at least respect it for being a hard PG movie. I was surprised Disney allowed a weirdly predatory scene with Crispin Glover's character lustfully cornering Alice, although I guess Hunchback was rated G.
I forgot about that. There's so many
Wow.
other bad things in there. I forgot about that one. But you're right, like taking an eye out with a sword and stuff. It's like, yeah, that is definitely a hard PG. That's like 80s PG.
Griffin Hart, thank you for the 100 bits. Off topic, but somewhat related. Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book is a gothic retelling of The Jungle Book with Jack the Ripper as Shere Khan. I love The Graveyard Book. It's really good.
Maybe I'll check that out. That's
I don't
funky.
think I ever kind of connected that it was a retelling of The Jungle Book, but I do love The Graveyard Book, and there's a really good graphic novel of The Graveyard Book as well. Anyway.
Very cool.
Anyway, off topic, as they said. But thank you all so much for joining us here. We appreciate you being a part of this and causing a little bit of chaos, even though it'll take me a couple of days to forgive you for putting Aladdin in D.
You did well, Ted. You did well.
No.
Remember that we do have content here 6 days a week. So Doug is going to be back tomorrow evening for the Q&A. Tamara will be back in town for Thursday. I know she was bummed that she missed this, but she is out of town. But she will be back in town for Thursday. Malcolm will be here on Friday. Doug will be here on Friday. I believe we have Awesome Comics and Coffee on Saturday. It'll be a good time, everybody. So come on back and hang out with us because we always appreciate seeing you here. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see y'all later. Bye!